Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity.
All right, we're on the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Welcome in Braves country. We've got a 3-game series. Quick one because we're playing Tuesday night, 6:45, Wednesday night, 6:45, and then a 4:10 turnaround on Thursday afternoon before we head on to Cincinnati and take on the Reds. So it's going to be a tough road test. The Boston Red Sox currently are sitting at 22-30, so that's not really going to knock your socks off per se, but they do have a pretty good roster top to bottom. That's number one. Number two, they got off to a horrific start. And so you look at who we're going up against in this series, Ranger Suarez, who always gives us fits on Tuesday night. Connolly Early, who we saw last time around, had some success on him, but he is a solid starting pitcher. And then, of course, Tole, who pitches on Thursday, and the Braves had a really hard time with him first time around. Hopefully they have better luck the second time around. But you got two really tough southpaws that are going to be in this series against the Braves. And when you look at that and you realize that going into this series, the Braves, they stubbed their toe a little bit against Washington. It's nothing to really get all that upset about. You can't worry about it right now with the losing 2 or 3 to the Nationals. The main thing that happened in that game, we didn't score runs. The only runs that we were able to push across were in extra innings. But if you look at the 9 innings that were played, we scored 2 in Friday night in the first 9, and then we ended up scoring 0 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. And you're not going to win many ball games when the offense spits like that, and it happens in a major league season. It always has. It always will. Major League Baseball is the most difficult thing that you can play in professional sport, and it's hard to keep an offense rolling. Now, we're going to face 3 southpaws in this series, and it'll be interesting to see how they manipulate the lineup, because Ranger Suarez has always pitched the Braves very well. Peyton Tole was extremely impressive when we saw him. And then, of course, we also have Connolly Early. What will be interesting to me is how much do we see Dominic Smith? They've been reluctant to put him in the starting lineup against Southpaws. And how quick are they going to go? And not only so let's say you don't start him against the Southpaw, but where do you put the designated hitter role at? Because you have to strategically put it where you're able to go to that designated hitter role and sneak Dominic Smith into the lineup the moment they go to a right-hander. You can't do it in a defensive fashion because Matt Olson is your first baseman, and that's the only position that Dominic Smith plays. So what you really have to look at is where you're going to put your DH spot, and we don't have a ton of great choices from the right side when you start talking about the DH. The other question will be, how much do we see of the Az on this series? When we're looking at the Braves and their roster, the way it's constructed because of the injuries, you're going to look at the fact that Ozzie Albies is going to be up a little higher in the lineup than normal because of all the southpaws, so I would expect him to be up near the very top. Same thing with Mauricio Dubon. And Austin Riley will probably be about midway through against right-handers. They've really been pushing him closer to the 12, I don't know why I said 12, the 7 spot, sometimes the 6, but that's pretty much where he's been hanging out versus right-handers. Versus left-handers, you can expect him about midway through the lineup. 5, maybe 6, depending on the matchup. But looking at how it's going to unfold the next 3 days, we got 3 southpaws we're going up against. We have Strider, we have Elder, and we have Sale. So we're putting our best foot forward in this series. Those are our 3 best starting pitchers here in 2026 so far. Strider's going tonight. Elder goes tomorrow versus Early. I really like that matchup. That's the one matchup that I say the Braves have the upper hand. You always got to like when Sale's on the mound, even if it is against Patrick Tole, who absolutely dominated the Atlanta Braves in his outing earlier against us in Atlanta. And that wasn't just a one-off. I mean, he's got a 2.45 ERA and a 0.82 whip. That's not nothing. And it's not a small sample size. He's got, 36 innings pitched already this year. And so when you look at Tole and you look at the fact that he has pitched well, remember, he went 8 innings against the Braves, gave up just the 2 runs on the home run. And outside of that, he was dominant. You look at some of his other starts of recent. His last outing, he gave up 3 against Minnesota. He only gave up 1 against Tampa Bay. The start right before he faced Atlanta, he shut out the Tigers. And that's your last 4 starts. So last 4 starts, he has gone 26 innings and only given up 6 earned runs. So Tolley's going to be a problem, but we do have Chris Sale on the mound. So you like your chances going toe-to-toe. You like your chances pretty well tonight. Spencer Strider's been good. Ranger Suarez has been very good of recent. He started off the season a little rocky, but he has been very good of late. Now, he only went 4 1/3 on Tuesday, the 19th, so last week, against the Kansas City Royals, but he only gave up the 1 run. The 3 starts before that, no runs, no runs, no runs. And that was against at Toronto, which is a very tough environment because of the way the stadium is constructed. At home against Houston, which isn't the Houston Astros of old, so I wouldn't even begin to tell you that. And against the Philadelphia Phillies, who've been playing much better baseball. So that's going to be a tough matchup going into tonight. And we all know that Ranger Suarez, anyone who has followed the Braves knows that Ranger Suarez has pitched very well against the Atlanta Braves historically. So that's our matchup. I still like the Braves to win the series. You would think that we're going to win Wednesday night against Early with Elder on the mound. And you would just hope that we're going to win either tonight or Thursday afternoon. Now, the shadows could be a problem Thursday afternoon as well in Fenway Park, so you add that into the Tolley. But Chris Sale knows how to pitch in that park as well, so to me, that's a push. The main thing that you want to take out of this series is get the series win, and that can all begin off the right foot starting tonight. So looking at the big picture for the Atlanta Braves right now as we hit, there's an old saying in baseball, been around for years, you can't win division by Memorial Day, but you can damn sure lose it. Well, the Braves have done a very good job of putting their ability out and having a chance to win it, having an 8.5 game lead coming into tonight's action. They have an 8.5 game lead against Washington. It was 9 after the series ended, but Washington did play yesterday. They have a 9 game lead over Philadelphia. Washington is in Cleveland this week, the early part of the week. And the Philadelphia Phillies, they are at the Padres. So 2 tough places for the 2 teams that are closest to us. And hopefully the Padres and Cleveland will put some losses on their resume. Miami, by the way, they're 10.5 games out. They're in 3rd place in the division. They are at Toronto. The Mets, 14 games out. You don't have to really worry about them at this point, but we do keep an eye on them because they are a division rival. They are hosting the Cincinnati Reds. They got pummeled yesterday with their best pitcher on the hill, Nolan McLean. I watched a little bit of it. He just wasn't hitting his spots, and the Reds tagged him. And today, the Reds have Chase Burns on the mound. So realistically, we're not paying attention to that game. But you always do just because it's a divisional game. What you're really looking at, not only the Atlanta Braves, and as long as we continue to win, everything's going to be fine, but also you're pulling against Washington and against Philadelphia because they're the 2 closest teams to you. As far as the big picture in the National League, the Braves are sitting at 36-18 with a .667 winning percentage, and the next closest team to them, the Los Angeles Dodgers, 34-20, so 2 games behind the Braves with a .630 winning percentage. Now, the Los Angeles Dodgers have won 10 of their last 12 games, and they're currently hosting the Colorado Rockies. You hope to see an upset, but you can't bank on that. I'm not that concerned with the best record in the National League when we're sitting just past Memorial Day. I'll start being concerned about that when we get into late August if we're still one of the major players for the best record. Same thing to do with the American League. Right now, Tampa Bay, they're 34-17, so 2 wins behind us and 1 loss behind us in the loss column, so a game and a half. And Cleveland is 32-24. Once again, it's way too early to even worry about that kind of stuff. But if you want to know who's leading the divisions and whatnot, in the National League Central, the Milwaukee Brewers are currently in a series against the St. Louis Cardinals, and we got that game tomorrow. It's part of our double dip. And The Cubs are 3.5 out, Cincinnati 4, Pittsburgh 4.5. So a division that's still pretty closely fought. The National League West, you've seen a lot of separation there. You can put a fork in San Francisco and Colorado for the time being. They are 12 and 14.5 out respectively. Arizona's just 4.5 games out. San Diego is 2.5 games out of the first place Dodgers. And then if you're looking in the American League, what to pay attention to, the Rays have a 3.5 game lead over the Yankees. The rest of the division is way behind. Toronto 10.5, Baltimore 11.5, and Boston 12.5. And in the American League Central, the Cleveland Guardians, I still, even to this day, cannot get Indians out of my head. Like I want to call them the Cleveland Indians every time. And they lead the White Sox at 3.5, and then you got Minnesota and Kansas City flailing around back there. Detroit, unbelievably, last place, 10 games back, a team that was really good last year, but we all remember the collapse, and maybe this is a hangover from that. The A's have a 1.5 game lead over Seattle. I think those are the two main players in that division. You do have Texas hanging around 2.5 back. Houston, they are hanging around, but it's only because no one in the division is really taking any kind of command. Houston's a shell of their former self, and I don't think they're going to be able to hang for 162 games this year. Angels are terrible as usual. Looking at what we have going into this week and some of the things that I want to hit on before we say goodbye here on Braves Country today. And like I said, I've said this before, we're not doing long ones of these. We're doing about once a week unless something big happens. Couple of things. The Wander Franco thing, if you haven't seen this, he receives a guilty verdict but avoids prison sentence in the Dominican Republic. That means absolutely nothing. You're not going to see Wander Franco in a Major League Baseball uniform ever again. I would be absolutely shocked. For those of y'all who are not familiar with this case, Franco had just signed a big contract. Was it 170, 180 million, somewhere in that neighborhood, with the Tampa Bay Rays. He was one of the bright up-and-coming prospects in all of baseball and had already started his Major League Baseball career, and he got busted hooking up with a 14-year-old girl, and her mother were trying to blackmail him. And long story short, the whole thing broke out, and he's not going to have to go to jail, but his contract was null and void, and I'm telling you, no one's going to touch him with a 10-foot pole, and for good reasoning. But it was for a crime of, they're calling it sexual abuse and psychological abuse against a minor. I haven't really followed the whole thing, but nonetheless, he is done. Other things going on in Major League Baseball. By the way, this is the 33rd anniversary of the ball that bounced over the wall after it hit Jose Canseco on the head. It's weird. Yahoo Sports tweeted out today that it was 25 years ago today. And honestly, if you would have told me that, I would have been like, I thought it was a little longer, but okay, whatever. But they tweeted out a picture that shows it May 26, 1993. So then, of course, I went and looked it up. I was like, when the hell did this happen? Well, it did happen on that date. So the 33-year anniversary, not really understanding why in the world you have someone running your social media account for Yahoo that can't do simple math, but there it is. I don't know how they got 2026 for a 25-year anniversary, but anyways, there are rumors going around right now. You're going to start seeing them heat up a little bit more in the month of June and into July, obviously, as the trade deadline is the end of July. That's when it really heats up. And we'll probably do some of these a little more often on the actual trade deadlines, so be looking out for that. But executives believe that the bidding for Tarek Skubal is coming down to the Dodgers, Yankees, Blue Jays, and Padres. So kind of the usual suspects. Doesn't shock me that the Braves aren't in on it, because you're talking about renting a guy for a few months. The Tigers are going to want a boatload back for him. Because remember, the Tigers held him because their idea was, let's go all in and keep him this year and then let the cards fall where they may. Well, now they're sitting 10 games out, so it really changed their season. It was kind of a foolish move on Detroit's part. I would always say, if you get a star pitcher coming to the final year of his contract, and he is not willing to sign an extension, trade him. Because chances are the dude's getting hurt. He's getting hurt at some point, and it's going to hurt the stock. Everybody's healthy in January. But anyways, they're talking about those 4 teams are the main ones that are in on that, and that Aroldis Chapman is being very well looked at. The tires kicked by the Padres. And I will say this, if somehow you could make it happen, getting Aroldis Chapman for the Atlanta Braves, I would actually take that over Tarek Skubal. Now that we have not been linked to him yet, but the trade rumors haven't really gotten to full gear. But the reason why I say that is, now, why do the Padres want him? They have Mason Miller. Because that's a filthy back end at that point of your bullpen. You can do the same thing in Atlanta. Can you imagine if you had Aroldis Chapman and realize he's coming to the end of his contract? So they're going to want something for him, but I don't think it's going to be something that's going to actually cripple you. But if you could have Aroldis Chapman from the left side, Iglesias from the right side, then you've also got Suarez and Lee. Those are 4 unbelievably, I'm not going to say unhittable because nobody's unhittable, but damn, you're going to have a hard time scoring on the Atlanta Braves after about the 6th, 7th inning in October. And if I could have one addition to the Braves, pitching-wise, it would be Aroldis Chapman. It just would. Because I would rather have a deep bullpen, because not to mention the fact you have a starter like Tarek Skubal, and yeah, it's great. They go out and they throw 6 innings, sometimes 7 in the postseason, usually closer to 5, and they can dominate one game. But you get an Aroldis Chapman, and he's piggybacking with Raisel Iglesias. He's piggybacking with Robert Suarez. You're talking about affecting the entire series. You can go ahead and put me down for give me Aroldis Chapman, and if they get a lead in this series, you'll see Aroldis Chapman up front and center. He is a Boston Red Sox, and he has been absolutely phenomenal the last couple of seasons. See if we have anything else that we can hit on here before we get you set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. I don't really see anything that's the Rays are, well, this is just interesting because we're Braves fans. It's really not interesting in the grand scheme of things. Craig Kimbrell was let loose by the New York Mets, and he is in agreement with the Tampa Bay Rays. That was a bigger deal several years ago. He is well past his prime. And so that's about it. I don't have anything else. I won't sit here and bend your ear all day long. Braves need to bounce back, and their bats need to bounce back, but this is not the ideal guy to bounce back on, Ranger Suarez. The key to me in winning this series is to need to be more patient at the plate. Eat some pitches, eat some pitches, eat some pitches. Because if you eat pitches against Ranger Suarez, you can usually run his pitch count up. He's a guy that likes to live off of the zone. So if you're swinging early and often, you're usually swinging at pitches you shouldn't be swinging at. Peyton Tolley, when we faced him, we did not eat pitches at all in that game, and he got all the way into the 8th inning. That was 100% on Atlanta. They've got to get out of the habit of just swinging so damn early. There's no need for it. And some of the guys who are known to do that, they're kind of back into their ruts again. Hopefully we bounce back in this series. This is a hitter's park, so you would like to see the Green Monster peppered by guys like Austin Riley, Ozzie Albies. The right-handed bats should be able to click in this park. And a guy like Matt Olson, who hits the ball to all fields, he's in line to heat back up. This is a tough ballpark for pull left-hand hitters like Michael Harris, but there are deep caverns where if the ball gets down, he could be rolling. And it is time. Ron Acuna Jr., wake the hell up. We're past Memorial Day. Let's get it going. All right, let's get ready, y'all.
You're in Braves country.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair
with liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me,
So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed and his old man's here. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come.
They'll come Clarices they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children longing for the past.
Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick that I've brushed them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. Been erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good. There could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a...
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Swung line drive, let's see it. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. He's the throw to the plate.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Fuss. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
If you build it, he will come.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my light beer. I love them. Good seats, huh?
You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I must be in the front row.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose what stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
Pound of beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are on the road again. We're set for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and in right field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Ronald Acuna Jr. 2 home runs, 11 RBI, 7 stolen bases, batting .242. Mauricio Dubon batting second, playing left. 3 home runs, 29 home runs, a .259 average. Matt Olson batting third, playing first. 14 home runs, 42 RBI, .263 on the year. Ozzie Albies batting cleanup, playing second. 8 home runs, 27 RBI, batting .274. Austin Riley batting .223 on the year with 8 home runs, 31 RBI. Eli White, the designated hitter, 2 home runs, 11 RBI, a .227 average. Michael Harris II is batting seventh, 11 home runs, a .289 clip. Ha-Seong Kim is batting eighth, the shortstop, 4 for 34 on the year, a 118 clip, 2 RBI. And Sandy Leone is 2 for 18, 111 on the year, no RBI. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves today, it's Spencer Strider Day. He's 2-0 with a 3.00 ERA and a 1.14 whip. 21 innings, 12 hits allowed, 27 strikeouts, 12 walks, 4 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Ranger Suarez, who's 2-2 with a 2.40 ERA and a 1.01 whip. 48 innings, 43 strikeouts, 35 hits, 14 walks, 3 home runs served. Backing up Ranger in the bottom of the first inning, it's Jarren Duran in left field. Rafael batting second in center. Abreu batting third in right. Contreras batting cleanup at first. Yoshida's the designated hitter batting fifth. Gasper batting sixth behind the plate. Sogard is at second and batting seventh. Meyer is batting eighth. And at short, IKF is batting ninth and at third. Calling balls and strikes before your Atlanta Braves versus the Boston Red Sox today. Behind the plate, it's Alex Tossi. Your first base umpire, Jordan Baker. Second base will be manned by Willie Traynor. And down the third base line, it's Jansen Visconti. Game time temperatures here at Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, 80 degrees with the wind blowing out to center at 9 miles an hour. Your Atlanta Braves minus 103 on the money line. Boston minus 105. The over-under is 8. Our pick to click here for your Atlanta Braves against Ranger Suarez. We've seen him a ton, and he's pitched very well against us most of the time. We're going to go with the right-handed bat of Austin Riley. He's got a .323 average lifetime against Ranger Suarez with 2 home runs and 2 RBI. Take the Atlanta Braves bats to wake up a little bit and win this one 5-2.
All we got on this team is a bunch of and a booger-eating moron. That booger-eating spaz make me want to puke.
Keep playing like this, will be the laughing stock of the league.
All right, boys, let's get back to basics. This is a baseball. The object of the game is to keep the baseball within the confines of
Braves country.
Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Welcome in. We'll scroll back about 10 minutes for roll call, and good to see you, my man Nathaniel Brooks. Iron Lung. Edward Spry, good to see you, sir. Who else we have here? Rosemary Garden. Mark Ricky Ricardo. What you talking about, Willis? Brandon Berry, KC Thinker, Uncle Charlie. Royal Pita. Bob the Painter. .904 Jags. Rich 22. James Fisher King. Everybody loves Raymond. Loud Pack. Boston Red Sox are wearing their home whites. Good to see you, Bills fan. JSN. Boston's in their home whites, top to bottom. Red Sox across the chest in red. Blue ball cap with the red B representing the city of Boston. Teeter-totter so they don't fall down. Good to see you. Darren. Tree Nug. .420. Galen Holly, good to see you. Nate the Great. I thought I saw Blake the Voter in here. I may not have scrolled all the way back to where he was at, but good to see you, sir. We're just about set. As soon as the 3D kicks in, we'll kick it in. It's like clear skies. And I checked the forecast for the whole series. It doesn't look like we're going to run into any kind of rain problem, so hopefully that stays true. Atlanta Braves are wearing our road grays, Atlanta across the chest in red, outlined in navy. Same with the tomahawk down below the name Atlanta, and it is striped in gold. Same thing with the numerals on the back. The names on the back are in navy. red piping on the sleeves and down the center of the jersey. Blue ball cap and the white A representing the city of Atlanta and your Atlanta Braves. The longest continuous ball club in all of North American sports. Ronald Acuna Jr. will be leading us off. Ranger Suarez firing his final warm-up toss. Is what you'll get from Ranger is a 6-pitch mix. He throws the sinker at 30% of the time, the cutter at 19, four-seamer at 18, changeup at 18, and the curve at 15. He'll throw a slider just to keep you off balance at about 1% of the time. So you may not even see it, but you know it's there. Left to right across the outfield for the Boston Red Sox, it's Duran, Rafaela, and Abreu. IKF is at third for the Boston Red Sox as we clear the screen. Around the horn, third to first, it's IKF, Meyer, excuse me. Always do that. Sogard and Contreras. Gasper is behind the plate, and Suarez is, of course, on the hill. We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe today. And he'll come set. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. And the first pitch is right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, broken bat over to the shortstop side. It'll be a 6-3 put out, and there's one away. That'll bring Mauricio Dubon to the plate. Dubon standing in, lefty-righty matchup. First pitch to Dubon as Rangers kicks and fires. Up high and out of the zone, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing. Pops it up. And that'll be a can of corn, very shallow center field. Rafaela calling everybody off. Catching it with his teal glove, and there's 2 down. Two up and 2 down, and Matt Olson coming to the plate. Looks like he's taking his time out already, not really sure why. Infield is back and to the right. First pitch to Matt Olson, swung on and sliced. Third base side, giving chase. It'll bend into the stands. It's 0-1. When we went to the game a couple years ago, that's where I sat. It was right there where that ball landed if you're following along at home. Pitch on the way off that 0-1 is down and in for a ball, 1-1. 1-1 count. Ranger has only thrown 6 pitches. We talked about needing to run that pitch count up. The 1-1. Outside, wide ball, 2-1. He likes to nibble and not give in. And he's had a couple of outings recently where teams have gotten him out of the game before the 5th, but you got to eat pitches. You can't go hunting. The 2-1 pitch, swing, slices it over to third, and that will end the inning on a 5-3 putout. Just 8 pitches into the night. We'll be back in a flash. 0-0 your score here on Braves Country.
That's my puppy dog. This is my puppy dog. He's a cute puppy dog, and I love that puppy dog a lot.
Mom, can you believe they're still together? Who? After all the they've been through? Who? Your butt cheeks.
It's gonna be one of those days. The voices in my head are fighting, my imaginary friend is running with scissors, and at one point, one of my personalities wandered off.
Did you blow bubbles when you were a kid?
Yeah? Is that like a trick question?
No, I just ran into him today. He asked for your number.
Whether he was drinking beer, eating hot dogs, or crushing home runs, Babe Ruth was a legend. So here are some of his most ridiculous stats. His 60 home runs in 1927 were 14% of the Major League Baseball total for that season. There is not one person in MLB right now who's accounting for 14% of the home run total, period. The league average in 1921 was 59 home runs per team. The same total Babe Ruth hit all by himself. He batted over 350 8 times, won a batting title in 1924, and hit as high as 393 in 1923. Was anyone more dominant than the great Bambino during their career? You tell me in the comments.
He just had a style to him like nobody.
Ricky was Ricky.
Ricky was Ricky.
He was a hot dog. He loved being a hot dog. That means people paid attention.
Hits a homer, pop the collar.
Today, I'm the greatest of all time.
He's charismatic.
He was an innovator. He's got it! It still resonates with me.
He was a source of entertainment. I went to the games to watch what Ricky did.
He changed the whole game. Just watching him style around was a show.
He came up at a time when there was a behavioral code.
You gotta understand, old school, if you showed up, you got thrown at.
But with Ricky, I don't think he fed off anybody. I think he was his own man.
Please like and subscribe today. It helps us bring you more. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. 0-0 your score. Spencer Strider goes to work in what we kind of expect to be a pitcher's duel. Ranger Suarez, who's always pitched Atlanta tough, and Spencer Strider has pitched well of late. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is a P at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and kicks. Swing, hammered down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. And she is gone. A solo shot by Jaron Duran. And it's a leadoff home run for the Boston Red Sox. We've seen this story before recently. Braves giving up the early run. But plenty of time to get back into it. He was threw kind of a get-me-over fastball, and that got over the right field fence. Oh, maybe that'll wake up Spencer Strider. Rafaela coming to the plate now. Righty-righty, first pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1 upstairs, misses high, 1-1. So 1-1 count. Strider quickly back to work. The pitch, swing, lifts it high down the left field line. Remember, we got the short porch here, and will that stay fair? That ball's gone. Back-to-back jacks, and Strider's given up 2 home runs to start the game. Spencer Strider just hung one into a guy who's really not a home run hitter. So back to the drawing board. 2-0 your score. Boston leads. That pitch swung on. That ball's lifted. That ball's going back on the track. Making the catch at the wall is Ronald Acuna Jr. for a loud out number 1. So 3 deep fly balls here. Not really a place that you can do the fly ball. The one by Rafaela actually left Fenway Park. Righty-righty matchup now. First pitch swinging, pops it up. And can of corn in the infield. Coming down with it is Riley. Quickly 2 down. Riley trying to pump up Strider. You can see him mouth the word, let's go. Left to right across the outfield for your Atlanta Braves. It's Dubon, Harris, and Acuna. Around the horn, third to first is Riley, Kim, Ozzie, and Olsen. First pitch is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Sandy Leon is behind the plate. And of course, Strider is on the hill. The 0-1 pitch. Drops it down in there for a strike. It's 0-2. Looked like the slider. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gets his first strikeout of the night. Maybe that'll get him rolling. Red Sox put a couple on the board. We go to the top of the second here in Braves country, trailing by 2. Where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
You're in Braves country.
It's always great to hear where everybody's listening here in Braves country. Welcome back. Columbia, South Carolina. Pontotoc, Mississippi, if I'm getting that right. What else we got in here tonight? St. Louis. Northern Alabama. Southern Georgia. Hinesville. There we go. Hinesville, Georgia. Belle Isle, Florida. Northwest Alaska. Texas. San Diego. Braves trail 2-0 if you're just joining us. 2 solo shots to start the game. Spencer Strider, I mean, let's be honest, he just wasn't hitting the spots. Hopefully that's not something that lasts all game long. Looked like Garrett Crochet for you Red Sox fans worked out this afternoon. So back to work goes Ranger Suarez. First pitch on the way, swinging by Ozzie Albies. He'll dribble that over to third, and he'll be 1 pitch, 1 out once again. And there's quickly 1 down. As I don't know how they're going to break these guys of doing this, just giving away at bats. First pitch on the way to Austin Riley. Right there at the bottom of the knees, it's 0-1. Infield back into the left. The 0-1. Drops an off-speed down below. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Outside wide. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Thank you, Brian. Or I'm sorry, is that Brianna? It's probably Brianna, excuse me. It's either that or it's Brian A. The 2-2 to Riley. Ranger Suarez brings it just on the outer edge. Full count. Riley steps out of the box for a second. Oh, the Red Sox are challenging that. That's why he stepped out of the box. What? That pitch is well off the plate. All right.
Wrong, wrong.
Payoff pitch.
Wrong,
One down.
Wrong. You're wrong.
Pitch down and away, ball four. So a good at bat by Austin Riley. Works his way aboard the Braves' first base runner. That's one of those ones you don't think there's any way in the world that they're challenging it, so it doesn't even go to your mind. That's why he's stepping out of the box. I just assumed. Full count, he was needing a timeout. Eli White, the batter, first pitch swinging, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. We'll be looking at Suarez's pitch count all night long. The Braves need to work these at bats and not swing so early. It's one of the downfalls of having Ozzie up high in the order is the 0-1 misses. 1-1. You love it when Ozzie's hot, but he doesn't really work a lot of counts. He's usually swinging early and often. When he's in a slump, it's just first pitch outs one after another. Suarez flips it over to first, but honestly, I think that was just a reset. He was never picking anybody off on that one. The 1-1 to Eli. Swing. Lifts it. Into center, and it's an easy catch out there for Rafaela. 2 down. I was a little surprised to see Eli White as the designated hitter. And I was even more surprised to see him batting this high in the order as the designated hitter. I understand that Harris doesn't hit lefties well, but having him that high up, I mean, I think it's a fair argument that Jorge Mateo would have deserved to start. Lefty-lefty matchup, first pitch is inside for a ball, it's 1-0, because if you're just going to DH him, and then that gives you the ability to have Eli White come in as a pinch runner later in the game. On the bench tonight for the Braves, Yaz, who does not hit lefties well at all, is the 1-0 right there. First strike, it's 1-1. Dominic Smith, same. And then you've got Chadwick Trump, the backup catcher, and Jorge Mateo. 1-1 count. Braves trail 2-0 off of 2 solo home runs in the bottom of the first. The 1-1 down and in, ball 2, 2-1. He's gone 4-seam sinker curveball. Hope everybody had a great Memorial Day. Chance to unwind. The 2-1 swing, chopper, 2-2. I know we enjoyed it here. It was the first day we were actually be able to get in the pool around here. The 2-2 count. Turns and kicks. Swing. And that ball's going to get through the infield. A 2 chopper hopper. And that gets by the Diving attempt of the first baseman, Contreras. Riley's going to put on the brakes and stop at second. I think if there's less than 2 outs, he might have tried it. But Michael Harris chopped that thing through the hole. On the second hop, it went under the glove of Contreras. We got runners at first and second, 2 outs.
They know about that.
God bless
Ray,
you,
you
Mike.
came
Keep
up with
your
it
game
pretty
tight.
quickly.
You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
When it's all said and done, it doesn't do you a lot of good to get thrown. You risk getting thrown out at third with 2 outs. First pitch upstairs to Hassan Kim. Man, can we get this back going? Especially with 3 left-handers. We're facing 3 left-handers in this series as starters. Went over that on Braves Country today. But that's a tall chore. The 1-0. Swing, fisted back, foul. 1-1. 1-1 count. Turns and kicks. Swing. Fouls it away. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing. Fouls that one back behind the backstop, and we'll do it one more time. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Chase one well off the plate. That's strike 3. Braves get a couple on, but can't get them in. We'll head to the bottom of the second, trailing 2-0.
Babe Ruth was a legend. Most think he was just a power hitter, but he was more than that. He was a great hitter. He finished 6 seasons with at least 135 RBIs and 135 walks, which matches the number of those seasons by all other players combined. He is the only player in Major League history to have both pitched a shutout and recorded a multi-home run game in the World Series. His 182.6 career WAR is the best of all time. To show just how impressive this is, Ohtani produced a 9.1 total WAR, pulling double duty in 2021. If he maintained that WAR for 20 consecutive seasons, he would still be 0.6 WAR short of matching Babe Ruth's WAR total. His pitching career spanned at least 10 seasons, and not a single one of those seasons did he have a losing record. He finished with at least a 210 OPS plus in 9 seasons. That's more than double the amount of any other player. And don't forget, there was nobody else you wanted on that postseason mound. In 31 postseason innings, he had a .87 ERA, which included a 29 2/3 inning World Series scoreless streak. No one is breaking his 177 runs scored in 1921. Even at his peak, Barry Bonds never had 150 runs in a season. Was there anyone better than the Sultan of SWAT? Was anyone more dominant than the Great Bambino during their career?
Try to see how far it goes back where all of a sudden you saw some expression of emotion or grandstanding or, some kind of, except the total respect for the game and the opposition where you just stuck your head and you went around. I got to believe that Ricky was one of the first.
Hall of Famer, big-time record breaker, sure. But never forget, Ricky Henderson was a trailblazer.
It was in '79 when he broke in. I said, who is this guy?
Snatching ball out the air.
Henderson back. He has it.
I think a lot of that is where you're from. It's where you're from and how you came up.
For those of us that had dreams of playing baseball, we could go down the street and see Ricky play a baseball game, man. I don't know how to say it any better. He was Oakland.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. 2-0 your score. Boston leads. Thank you, Uncle Charlie. Appreciate the channel support.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Uber gobble, Uber gobble, Uber gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble. Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
First pitch from Strider started the inning, missed high for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0. Busts him back inside. Ball 2, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Strider, who struggled in that first inning, the 2-0, just misses. Man, that was close. 3-0. Probably too close to challenge, but you would have liked to have gotten that call. So a 3-0 count here to Gasper. And the pitch, inside ball 4. The friendly ghost will head on down to first. And 1 on and nobody out to start the inning here. Braves trail 2-0. They've gotten 2 base runners so far, a hit, a single by Harris and a walk by Riley. First pitch from Strider is outside the zone. It's 1-0. Boston put the 2 runs on the board, solo home runs by Duran and Rafaela, the 1-2 hitters to start the game. And Abreu almost sent it out the building. Pitch on the way, high and out of the zone. 2-0. Strider has thrown 6 balls to start the inning. You got to imagine Hefner's on that front step right now. The 2-0 count. Fastball right down the pipe on the outer edge, 2-1. The 2-1. Strider brings it. Swing. Fouls it back. 2-2. Look like the slider. Mets and Reds, they're scoreless in the top of the first inning. And of course, that's the team that the Braves play next, is Cincinnati in Cincinnati. It's a 3-game set starting Friday. It's an early start, 6:40, I believe, is the first pitch. And then Saturday, it's a national game, so it's 7:15. The 2-2. Caught looking strike 3. Punched him out on the outer edge, and there's 1 away. Good bender out there by Spencer. And that'll bring Meyer to the plate. He's at the shortstop position today. He plays all the way up the middle. You'll see him at second and short pretty routinely, back and forth. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way to Meyer is a fastball right down the pipe. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Inside fastball misses. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing. That ball is hammered down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. And just bending foul to the right of the foul pole. Woo-wee, was that close? 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 down. So 2 big strikeouts there after walking the leadoff man. Strider, by the way, he's only at 23 pitches, and that's because outside of the strikeout in the first inning, they were pretty quick at bats. First pitch is right there on the outer edge. Slider down and away. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it. Swing. Pops it up. And giving chase over on the right side of the infield. Foul territory. Matt Olson will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So we walk the first man and get the next 3 out. We'll be back in a flash. Braves trail by 2.
Run
ruined mine and my buddy's whole fishing trip. Huh? And me and my buddy, it was Saturday morning, and we were going on a fishing trip. We was going to be going all day. But as soon as we took off, about 30 minutes down the road, he realized he left all the tackle boxes back at the house. We went back to the house, and he said, before we got there, he said, we got to be quiet. Jennifer's having a pleasure party. I'm like, what's the pleasure party? He said, I think they're just painting each other's fingernails and drinking wine, maybe reading books. Walking that house, they wouldn't read no book. There was not a book inside. Well, his wife had in her hands, it ought to be a crime. Where you going to put that thing up? This girl had a dildo in her hand the size of my arm. Huh? That damn thing could have been suplexed. You could have got that damn thing in a headlock. That thing I ain't never seen. I was so dumbfounded. And you didn't smell nothing but like burnt plastic, and you didn't hear nothing but sound like somebody shaving, but nobody was shaving. Huh? She gonna shave some years off her life if she sits on that thing. I know that.
By 1985, Ricky was one of the premier players in the game, which made a trade to baseball's biggest stage seem fitting, even if he was leaving the comforts of home behind.
I don't believe I have any second thoughts leaving Oakland. I have a goal based upon it, taking the Yankees to the World Series, and I'm hoping that we can achieve it.
When Ricky went to New York, it was like, all right, now the world's gonna see Ricky.
He was the most sensational player in the majors, and that was the most sensational team in the majors.
But to some of the fans he left behind, Ricky on the Yankees just didn't quite mix.
When he got traded to New York, I mean, they were like, I think of the pinstripe, the clean-cut hair, no tattoos.
Oakland's a little bit like the community college where everybody parties a lot. And then the Yankees are a little bit like Princeton.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Atlanta Braves trail this 1-2-0. It's time to get some runs here. Two runs, 2 hits, no errors for Boston. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for Atlanta. First pitch to Sandy Leon, the switch hitting backstop, takes it off the edge for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0, number 9 hitter, swing, fouls it back out of play. 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing. Chase one a little bit out of the zone. 1-2. Standing on deck is Ronald Acuna Jr. Dubon is in the hole. If anybody gets on, Olsen. The 1-2 from Suarez. Swing, fouls it down the line, out of play. One-two count. Just getting started here in the top of the 3rd inning. The pitch on the way from Suarez. Down below the knees. Good take by Leon. He wanted to swing at that. Heck, I wanted to swing at that one. That looked like that was going to drop at the bottom of the zone and just fell off the table. The 2-2. Swing, just got a piece of that. Same changeup. This one stayed up a little longer. He was just able to get a piece of it to stay alive. Suarez at 34 pitches. He's about where he wants to be. He had a really quick first inning. Hopefully the Braves can start working on that pitch count. The 2-2. Suarez delivers. Swing. Laces it to short. Soft line drive. L6. 2 down. That'll bring Acuna to the plate. Ronald Acuna Jr. He grounded out to short his first time up. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch takes a pitch right down Main Street. It's 0-1. Dubon on deck. 1 out. You go 1. Upstairs. For another strike, it's 0-2. This is usually where he likes to pull that soft bender to get the right-handers to roll over on him, or the slider, the 0-2. He went with the curveball there. 1-2 it in the dirt. Reds have just gotten a runner on. They've just gotten going there in New York. It's 0-0 in the first. Reds and Mets, the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Phillies play later tonight. They are out on the West Coast at San Diego. Marlins and Blue Jays are scoreless. The 2-2 swing. Rifles it down the first base side, plenty foul. Washington has a 4-0 lead on Cleveland in the fourth. So we're not getting any help there. Washington's been red hot. I believe that Cavalli kid's on the mound today. The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. Strike 3. Have to see another replay of that. But 2 down. Suarez, second strikeout of the night. I don't know about that one. I think Ranger got a gift there. Mauricio Dubon swings at the first pitch and laces it down the right field line. Foul. It's 0-1. The famed Green Monster here in Boston is what everybody kind of fixates on. But if you can get it down that right field line, it's a very short porch. The 0-1 pitch swing. Laces it towards right. That's going to get down for a base hit. And it's a 2-out single for Dubon and your Atlanta Braves.
Pardon me. Would you have any? But of course.
That'll bring Matt Olson to the plate.
One of life's finer pleasures.
Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing. Slices it away. 1-1. Looked like Dubon was dancing around down there. He was on the go. He'll retreat back to first. 1-1 count. Brings it. Swing. Fouls that one away. And it's 1-2. Matt Olson, who grounded out to third his first time up. Suarez at 46 pitches. The 1-2. Ranger brings it. Down and away, 2-2. Good take by Olson. Red Sox cast does something that I wish the Braves and other teams would do. They have a small little pitch clock that winds down in between the names. The 2-2 pitch swing fouls it away. Just before the Green Monster. Looks like that thing might have gotten into the second deck. The 2-2. Inside, that hit him. That hit Olson. He appears to be okay, so we'll celebrate it. Last thing we need is him getting injured. And it's a hit by pitch. And Ozzie Albies, who grounded out on one pitch last time up, is coming to the plate. Got him on the elbow, just above the elbow. Hopefully Iron Man's all right. So Ozzy Albies right-handed side of the plate. First pitch takes it off the edge. It's 1-0. This place just seems tailor-made for Ozzy Albies' right-handed swing. If he can get around on one and play pepper with the Green Monster. The 1-0. Inside, down and in. That'll even up the count at 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it. Swing, and he chased a bad one. That will be a lazy fly ball to center, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down after putting 2 on once again. Second time they've done that in the game. We'll be back in a flash. We'll get to them. Braves trail 2-0.
So my girlfriend just left with her family on a vacation, which means we're stuck home alone. And I think you know what that means. Guess who's not leaving the house for a whole week? Yeah, not a chance. It is lockdown mode. Now, I should make it clear that she wants me to leave the house, okay? Before she left, she literally said to me, you should go out, call some of your friends, go out, have a good time, go get a drink, maybe make some new friends, have a conversation. You know what's better than 5 minutes of conversation? 7 days of silence with the dogs. There could be a nuclear war in the next few days. You know where you can find us? And Frank in it in the basement. Couple of milk bones, a little whiskey. We'll make it out just fine. And there's literally no reason to leave the house. All right, I mean, we have treats, we have beer, we have water, we have snacks. We have the tubs that we fill with water. We call them pools, right? You should really socialize. Socializing's good. Socializing sucks. It's terrible. Have you met humans nowadays? For the next week, well, I'm on dogcation at home, okay? Life's going to be good. We're going to have some shenanigans. We're going to have some fun. Yeah, we're going to take some naps too, Liv. That's it. That's all I need. You guys are my only friends.
In mid-September, the Reds opened a 4.5-game lead over the Giants and Dodgers. With Frank Robinson leading the way, it sometimes seemed the Reds just couldn't lose.
When the game was on the line, he'd steal you that base. He would hit that home run. I think because we played in the Midwest, he never got his due.
As the most unheralded of the National League's new stars, Robinson finally took center stage in 1961 as he led the Reds to the pennant, capturing the MVP.
Did I have something to prove? Yes.
There it goes, a bullet-like drive over the left field screen for Robbie's 34th home run of the season.
I've been in the shadows of Mays, Clemente, Aaron, those guys, and it's not a bad shadow to be in, but still you want to be out and see the sunlight yourself once in a while. And winning the pennant and winning the MVP award kind of said, hey, Frank Robinson is a pretty good ball player himself.
Welcome back. Braves trail 2-0. Spencer Strider goes back to work. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch down and in. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Drops a bender there at the knees. 1-1. Yeah, JC, they really do miss Drake Baldwin, but they got to figure it out because he won't be back for a while. The 1-1 pitch. Outside edge, 2-1. We haven't gotten any update on him as far as any progress. So they're still saying that mid to late June is best case scenario. He still hasn't taken any swings or anything like that. The 2-1 pitch upstairs for a strike. It's 2-2. Some of these other guys have got to start hitting, though. The Rileys, Ozzy, Acuna. I mean the whole 9 yards. All of them have been slumping, and it began a little bit before he went on the IL. Pitch on the way to Duran, who hit a home run last time. Swing, lifts it into left field. Drifting over, making the easy catch is Dubon. And there's one away. 1 up, 1 down. Strider's walked 1, given up 2 solo shots. Those are the only 2 hits of the game. He has also struck out 3. And he's at a fairly low pitch count here to begin the 3rd inning. Rafael, who hit the other home run, stands in. First pitch, outside wide. It's 1-0. Want to keep him off the base paths as he can run with the best of them. The 1-0. Outside, down and away, ball 2-0. Two-0 count. Swing, fouls it back. 2-1. The 2-1 from Strider. Swing and a miss. Chase the curveball down and away. 2-2. It does look like we will be getting maybe an A.J. Smith-Shawver and Hurston Waldrop. We'll get those sightings here in the midsummer. It's looking more and more like late June, early July. You might actually get to see one of those guys, if not both. I still think they're going to slow play A.J. because of the Tommy John and his age. The 2-2 swing. Bangs it foul. Do it again. He's a guy that they'll be leaning on to be a part of the starting rotation next year. I think the plan there will be to get him stretched out and be ready in case needed. The 2-2 fouls it away up and over the first base dugout. You can tell that the Boston Red Sox are 8 games under 500. Their entire broadcast is just like what the Braves did last year, where all they did was show a bunch of schmucks eating. The 2-2. Swing, chopper, over to second. He's got to wait for that second hop. He's got to fire it quick, and he'll barely get him. Probably should have charged that ball. Kind of in that danged if you do, danged if you don't territory. Rafaela can fly. When you have a second hop like that, you're better off charging towards it, but it worked out, thankfully. First pitch is up high and out of the zone to Abreu. He gave the ball a ride his first time up. It's 1-0. Acuna caught his fly ball at the back of the wall in right field. We almost start off back-to-back jacks to start the game. 1-0, swing and a miss. It's 1-1. One count. Swing and a miss. 1-2. I know a lot of Braves fans are down on the team right now. You got to realize we have been spoiled this year. This is a team that has come out of the gates hot and fast, and they're nowhere near healthy. But the pitching has still been pretty good. The 1-2 fouls it back. As long as your pitching's there, you're going to find a way to win games. They may have to shake up the lineup because with Acuna not hitting, Ozzy struggling, Riley's up and down, they got to find a way to get men aboard when Olsen comes to the plate. The 1-2 pitch, outside wide 2-2. Olsen hasn't hit a home run in a while, but he's putting together pretty good at-bats. And when we have a right-hander up, Harris has been hitting pretty well. The 2-2. Swing, chops it. He just does not hit left-handers well, and that's why he's so far down in the lineup. And unfortunately, this 3-game series in Boston, they're all tough left-handers. The 2-2 count. Swing, fouls that one back. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Pitch number 45 of the night. Brings it. Fouls that one back. He is really making them work. It's by far the longest at-bat that Strider's had today. Cincinnati leads the Mets 2-0. In the second, the 2-2 pops that back foul. So this will be pitch number 10 of the at-bat. The 2-2. Curveball misses. Ball 3, 3-2. Three-two count. Strider coming set. Kicks and fires. Swing. Rolls it over to Olsen. Olsen has to feed to Strider, and Abreu's busting it down the line. Man, someone needs to get a little bit of a adrenaline rush here for the Braves. They're kind of going through the motions. We'll see if they want to challenge that. That one was close. They do not want to challenge it, but man, put some pep in your step, guys. Trailing 2-0, we go to the 4th.
Afternoon, everybody.
What a day. I use a drink. Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink? I think I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad.
About a week.
You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers, too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket. Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things.
You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again?
Nope.
You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go? Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar? Okay.
What's shaking? All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Yeah. I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a lemon drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are gonna have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking of things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you?
Could you keep it down to a low roar? Some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
There goes the 2 weeks at camp. I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd's back into it now.
Welcome back. Atlanta Braves trail the Boston Red Sox 2-0. Pretty quick moving game. We go to the 4th inning. Seeing here, the Green Monster was originally created in 1934, 37 feet high. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way to Austin Riley is right there for a strike. Teardrop at the knees. 0-1. The 0-1 to Riley. Swing, fouls it away. 0-2. Oh-2 count. Riley walked his first time up. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased a changeup down and away. And there's one away. They've got one of the better closers in baseball, Aroldis Chapman. So you don't want to go into the 9th trailing. But to build to that, that's where the problems have occurred for the Boston Red Sox. That middle of the bullpen. That's why it's so important to rush these guys out of the game. We're facing on the starts. First pitch to Eli White. It's taken for a strike, a cutter underneath his hands. 0-1. The 0-1. Roller over to third, and that'll be a 5-3, and quickly 2 away. Two up, 2 down. Nats still lead the Guardians 4-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Michael Harris takes the pitch right there on the edge. 0-1. The out-of-town scoreboard looks like this. They're in Baltimore, Maryland, and the Orioles lead the Rays 3-1 in the 4th. Cleveland, Ohio. Guardians trail the Nationals 4-0. In the 5th is the 0-1. Fouls it away. It's 0-2. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Cubbies trail the Pirates 5-1 as their losing ways appear to continue. Detroit, Michigan, Angels 4-1 over the Tigers in the 4th. The 0-2 pitch, swing, lifts it into center field. Down for a base hit. Raphael was trying to rob that base hit from Michael Harris. So I'm sure there's a little bit of a rivalry there. And it's a 2-out single for the Braves. So a good piece of hitting there by Money Mike. He's on board once again. Second hit of the day.
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Ha-Sung Kim, the batter. First pitch. Change up below the knees. It's 1-0. Be a good time for him to get his first home run of the year. Batting 114. 2 RBIs. Money well spent. The 1-0. Swing. Fouls it back. I don't remember him doing this last year when he was with the Braves, but this year when he swings, he is coming out of his shoes on every single at bat. He seemed like such a balanced hitter last year when he came aboard. The 1-1 inside, called for a strike, looked like it was a little bit on the inside, but Kim will not challenge it. It's 1-2. Such a close pitch there. I think he probably wins it, but I understand why you don't want to challenge it. When you're struggling like you are, you don't want to cost your team a challenge. The 1-2 count. Swing. Rolls it over to third, and 5-3 is the putout. So the Braves get one on, but that's it. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Trailing 2-0.
What's for dinner? Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
My favorite. What's for dinner?
Get in my belly!
Blob, the Blob, Blob Barker, Blob of the Hut, and Rub-a-Dub Chub.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't care.
One large jambalaya, please.
Jambalaya? Biggie can't fit through doorway.
Oh, this is fantastic.
You got my shirt at the Big and Tall shop? When did I make the crossover? I can't feel my hands.
You gonna eat your cornbread? It's the wood that makes it good.
Oh my God, I'm fatter than the skipper.
No and then.
And then.
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 I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games. You sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, Chinese food seems kind of complicated. Well, maybe for a less experienced chef.
That ketchup?
It's just a base. You don't understand cooking.
Hey, you know what? I just figured out what I want for dinner. A nice hot bowl of shredded stew.
Gazpacho, por favor.
Por favor.
I'm part Spanish.
Adios, muchacho.
Maybe you're getting cheese ball syndrome.
I love broccoli. It's good for you.
Then maybe you'd like to have a piece.
Vile weed!
Hurry up and munch those fries. We've got to get back to work soon.
One large crab bisque to go.
You want bread? You're pushing your luck, little man. You know what? I'm sorry. I've had shredded stew before, and it sure as diddly didn't taste like that.
I'll tell you what, a refill on this delicious exotic tea.
That's duck sauce.
That is good.
We're trying to lose weight.
Fatty McButterpants.
Lay off there, I'm starving.
I'm gonna order us some pizza.
A little neighborhood joint called Domino's.
Domino's?
Everybody enjoying the food so far?
Oh my God, yes. We're gonna come tomorrow night and every other night for the rest of our lives.
Oh, and don't cheap out on the tip. We all know you're loaded now.
What's for dinner?
Welcome back. Atlanta Braves trailing this sucker 2-0. If you're just joining us, it was 2 solo shots by the Red Sox in the bottom first. That's it. Wilson Contreras is the batter. 0 for 1 on the day. Righty-righty matchup. Strider back to work. First pitch. Right there for a strike, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. High and out of the zone, 1-1. It'll be Contreras, Yoshida, and Gasper. The 1-1 rolls it foul, 1-2. One-two count. Brings it. Swing, and that ball's going to get lined up the middle for a leadoff single for the Boston Red Sox. So they'll get one on with nobody out to start the inning. The Braves trailing 2-0. Bottom of the fourth. Wondering about pitch counts. Strider's sitting at 52 right now, and Suarez finished the fourth at 64. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Over the top, it's 0-1. So Suarez is right about where he wants to be. He might want to be a little south of that number, but all in all, not a big deal. You like to average about 15 per inning, so you like to be sitting at 60, but 64, that's just a quick pop-up to straighten that out. Pitch is high and out of the zone off the 0-1, change up. 1-1. 1-1 count. Just grabs the top of the zone, 1-2. Tomorrow, doubleheader day here on Braves Country Radio. Got 2 doubleheaders this week. We've got the Wednesday doubleheader. There's the 1-2, pops it up down the left field line. Going back up against the Green Monster, making the catch is Dubon, and there's one away. Tomorrow's game, St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers. I think we have it. It looks like we have it written in wrong, but I'll fix that in a second. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Gasper is a curveball. Out and away, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Check swing, went around. I think that was in the zone anyways, 1-1. One count. Turns and kicks, swing and a miss, 1-2. I think I've been saying the wrong time on that game too all week. I thought it was a 1:15 first pitch. It's not. It's a 1:40 first pitch tomorrow. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Runner's going to go on down to second base. That ball gets away from Leon. He was trying to backhand it. And that usually never works out. These catchers today, man, like they're always sitting on their knees, so when the ball comes up like that, they're not in the in a position. But you would think Leon, as long as he's been playing the game, would be able to block that thing and keep it in front with the slow-footed runner at first. Time is called by Gasper. So yeah, it's a 1:40 first pitch tomorrow, so we'll come on the air at 1:15. Braves same time, 6:45. The 2-2 outside, caught looking strike 3. Gasper doesn't like it, but it looks like he's not going to challenge it, and there is 2 down. The more and more I've seen this, when a team loses a challenge, it does appear that they put the brakes on challenging until later in the innings. I'm sure every team's different on when they would do it. But if you remember, the Red Sox lost a pretty bad challenge earlier in the game. In fact, it was Gasper that lost it, but he was behind the plate. As the first pitch to Sogard is roped foul down the first base line. It's 0-1. So we're sitting here in the 4th. It seems like you won't see them even think about it until the 7th. The 0-1 count. Turns and grips. Whoa, high. Good catch there by Leon, or Contreras would have been heading to third. Beautiful night here in Fenway Park. Barely a cloud in the sky as the sun starts to set on Boston, Massachusetts. Clear blue skies. The 1-1. Curveball in the dirt. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Strider, this will be 65 for him on the game. The 2-1 from Strider. Brings it. Swing hammered into right field. Going back. Near the warning track, making the catch is Ronald Acuna Jr. for a loud out number 3. We'll go to the 5th inning here in Braves country. Trailing 2-0.
War's over, man. Drop the big one.
Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. And it ain't over now. Who's with me? Let's go!
I don't have to tell you things are bad. It's depression. Everybody's scared. Punks are running wild in the street. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. I want you to get mad.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live!
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. But you're gonna let it be the worst.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
Wretched slugs. Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
I'm your huckleberry.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Say wham.
You've got to say, damn it, my life has value.
And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
Intruder.
Yes, you're an intruder. I was having a perfectly nice trip until you walked into my life.
Hey! I'm just lying around.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Right. Psychotic, but absolutely right. We gotta take these bastards.
Are they yelling in Atlanta here?
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
I'm as mad as hell!
They're yelling in Atlanta?
Son of a We struck the mother load!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm not gonna take it anymore!
And this crowd's back into it now.
I didn't think you had it in you.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave. Play for blood, remember?
Like I missed something.
Yeah, we're all officially kicked out of school.
That makes sense.
Welcome back. Lefty-righty matchup. Start the inning. Sandy Leone, the batter. Switch hitting catcher. First pitch, swing, pops it up. Well, that'll be one pitch, one out, and there's one out here to start the fifth as we go back to the top of the order. Yeah, Joe, that's not a Walt Weiss thing. That's been going on since the days of Brian Snicker for sure. We saw a lot of really quick at-bats during the Snicker days. Ronald Acuna Jr., the batter. First pitch, swings at that, and thankfully that thing goes foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 count. I think the only way it really changes is if you get a hitting coach that focuses on that as the 0-1 misses inside 1-1. And it doesn't appear to be Tim Heyer's forte. But he's also going to have a lot of support from everybody, the 1-1. Peppers at foul down the right field line, 1-2. All those great Yankee team of the 90s, the one thing they always had in common, they would work the count. They were the first ones to pick up on the era of the bullpen. They're the first ones to pick up on the fact that if you can get into someone's bullpen, it normally pays off for you. The 1-2 just misses 2-2. And not just pick up on it, but they made it a part of their forte every game that you played the Yankees, especially in the postseason, but even in the regular season. The 2-2 pitch, swing, rolls it foul. We'll do it again. Used to drive me nuts as a fan. You'd see the Yankees playing a team, and they're all swinging for the fences, popping out, grounding out. And the Yankees have your starting pitcher out in the fourth inning because they're just working the zone. The 2-2 pitch. Upstairs caught looking, strike 3. That one's a little too close to take, especially with 2 strikes. 2 down. I think it just buckled Acuna, to be honest. Mauricio Dubon will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day. The singles last time up. First pitch on the way is off the plate wide. It's 1-0. Olsen stands on deck, so you're still just a bloop and a blast away. The 1-0 misses high, 2-0. JC, I'm assuming you're talking about Acuna. I mean, one of the problems this year with Acuna is he hasn't stayed healthy, so it's constantly a start, stop, and that's hard to get into rhythm, to begin with. 2-0 to Dubon. The pitch on the way, high and out of the zone, 3-0. Now this is where you got to handcuff yourself if you're Dubon. You want to bring the tying run to the plate and Olsen. It doesn't matter where this pitch is. I would expect him to take it. The 3-0. Sinker. Outer edge, 3-1, and he did take it all the way. And that was a good pitch to take anyways. He hits that, it's probably going to ground it over to first. The 3-1 to Dubon. And high and out of the zone, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first, and your Atlanta Braves have 1 on. The tying run to the plate once again. 3rd time today we've had that in 5 innings. And Matt Olson comes. Is this where he comes out of his hibernation? He's not hit a home run since May 5th. Quick mound visit. Our offense has been going so bad. We get one guy on, we're going to start playing the ducks on the pond. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing! That ball's belted. High and deep. Get up! Get up! Get up! Go, baby, go! Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lamma ding-dong! A 2-run shot! And your Atlanta Braves, 15th home run of the year.
Hello from
Did I call it or did I call it, baby? Pater!
Ice House. Always smooth, never watered down.
We must win today. Losing is not an option.
428 happy feet later, and the Braves have tied this puppy up. A hanger, a banger, deep into the right field seats. That'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. Lefty, righty, first pitch, out and away. It's 1-0. And 1-0. Dixon fires. Swing, pops up a lazy fly ball into center field, and that'll end the inning. But not before your Atlanta Braves and Matt Olson go big fly. We'll be back in a flash. 2-2.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Today we talk about baseball's first superstar. Fantastic mustache and all. Stand up and show your respect to baseball royalty. This is the career of King Kelly. He was once named one of America's best dressed men. He hit 300 or better 8 times, leading the National League in hitting twice, once in 1884 and once in 1886. Man, could he get around those bases, leading the league in runs 3 times and stealing 50 or more bases 5 consecutive years in a row. He had some pretty legendary games in his career, once scoring 6 runs in a game and another time stealing 6 bases in a game. While playing a game in Chicago on a hot summer day, he brought a mug of beer with him to the outfield. It wasn't long before one of the hitters sent a fly ball his way, in which he made a one-handed catch with mug in hand without spilling a drop. He was regularly arrested for attempting to play baseball on Sundays, which violated the city's blue laws. He often skipped bases on his way home if he knew the umpire wasn't looking. He is often credited with popularizing the hit and run and the hook slide. His theatrical slides were known to throw the crowds into a frenzy.
The Yankees' image was corporate, their revenue was wins, and their primary product was championships.
To become a true Yankee in New York, you've got to win. So Ricky came in, and they didn't win right away. So where do you point fingers?
Halfway through the '89 season, the Yankees traded Ricky back home to an A's team now with a shot at a title, but he was returning with a reputation that had been compromised.
One of the old faithful has returned home. Ricky Henderson is here, and he's going to start tonight.
We get him. You don't know him as a person. You don't know what the fit's going to be, because sometimes he was thought to be selfish. 108 degrees different. He's one of the most enjoyable teammates. His ego never got in the way. Really enjoyed his teammates. But that aside, what he brought to our club.
He's aboard again, all 3 times. There aren't many leadoff men who can launch one like that.
He's one of the greatest leadoff men of all time. He just added that spark.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Lefty, or righty-lefty, I should say. First pitch on the way to Marcelo Meyer. Foul back out of play. It's 0-1. Thank you, Rich. The 0-1 misses high. Ball 1. 1-1. Braves 2, Red Sox 2. Bottom of the 5th. Braves trying to get off this 2-game schneid. The 1-1. Swing. Lifts it. Into center where Michael Harris is camping out. He'll make the grab in front of the warning track. 1 away. If you're wondering about the pitch count right now for Strider, he's sitting at 67. Ranger Suarez finished the 5th at 79, so we got some some pitches on Suarez. He'll probably go back out for the 6th, and hopefully that's it. Righty-righty matchup is the pitch on the way to IKF. Isaiah Connor-Falefa down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Slider. 1-1. One count. Turns and kicks down and away. 2-1. The 2-1 from Strider. Four-seam fastball misses well out of the zone. So a 3-1 count. Strider turns and kicks. Off the plate wide, ball 4. So another walk by Strider, his second of the day, versus 4 strikeouts and 3 hits allowed. Looks like Dylan Dodd might just be walking around, but almost look like he's starting to get loose in the bullpen. Jaron Duran, who clocked a home run to start the game, takes the first pitch. Change up at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Infield, back and to the right. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 takes it right down the main street for a changeup. So he's gone changeup to start the at-bat. It was the four-seamer that he rocked out of the stadium. 1 on, 1 out. Double play can get you out of the jam. The 0-2. The quad father delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bender down and in, and there is 2 down. Good pitch by Strider. That might be his best curveball of the entire day. That'll bring Rafaela to the plate. He's got the other home run for the Red Sox tonight. Bang, 281, 21 RBI, righty-righty matchup. Strider, quick flip over to first, but back in time. Pitch from Strider. Runner fakes like he's going to go. Pitches in the dirt. Blocked by Leon. 1-0. I haven't heard a peep about Sean Murphy recently. So I'm assuming he's still donezo for at least the month of June. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. When they finally do get him back where he's doing baseball activities, swinging and whatnot, he's going to have to go on a rehab assignment. He was playing terribly to begin with. Then he got hurt. You might have to, is the 1-1, check swing. You go around, he did not, 2-1. The one thing I will say about Murphy, when he gets hot, he gets scorching hot. So if he's in the middle of his rehab assignment and he starts getting a couple of base knocks, bring him up, baby, because we're going to need some offense. The 2-1 pitch. Strider brings it. Fastball, and throw comes down to second base. Ball gets away from Ozzie. A one-hopper. He should have had the ball. Not a great throw by Leon, but one-hoppers are very common down to second base. And Ozzie somehow olayed it, and the runner's down to third, representing the go-ahead run. I don't think he's going to get him. It looked like the base was stolen. It's going to be close, but he still would have liked to keep that runner right there. The only reason being is It's not a terribly fast runner there in the confines here in Boston. Sometimes singles can be held from scoring from second base, the 2-2. Peppers it down the first base line. It'll roll foul. Watch many games in Boston where you'll see a base hit to left field and the guy just has to go station to station because they're sitting on top of you because of the left field wall being so close in. The 2-2 from Strider, pitch 82 of the night. Turns and brings it. Swing, lifts it. Into right field, drifting, making the catch is Ronald Acuna Jr., and that'll end the inning. So no harm, no foul. We'll be back in a flash. Braves, top of the sixth we go. Tied up in Boston.
Y'all ever see those videos in New York City in like 1912 and everyone's bustling, hurrying around on the street? And I think, damn, they were stressed back then too, man. And now look, they're all gone. And I know that's depressing to think about, but it reminds me of a quote, every 100 years, there's all new people, baby. Every 100 years, all new people. The people we're on Earth with right now, this is our crew, okay? In the same way you can't pick your family, but you got to get along with them. We can't pick the people we're on Earth with, but we got to get along, man. In the whole grand scheme of the universe, all the time, all the space, the people on Earth right now, this is a tiny little group, man, and we get to be a part of it, man. Man, be kind to your neighbor, man. This is what it's all about.
Sandberg hitting 327 now. The pitch.
If there was a team that could understand what Robinson was feeling, it was the Detroit Tigers, and they're hitting star Norm Cash. Despite playing in the shadow of the M&M boys, Cash would register a league-leading .361 batting average in '61.
Mano and Maris in New York is a big difference in New York than Detroit, and they got a lot of publicity. Of course, we thought Norm Cash was at that time the best player in the American League. That year that he had was one of the great years that I've ever seen any player have.
Detroit rolled into Yankee Stadium Labor Day weekend, a game and a half behind New York. If Cash and Detroit wanted to grab the spotlight from Mantle and Maris, now was the time.
Again, it's the ever-dangerous Al Kaline giving the ball a tremendous ride.
The Tigers were good, but not good enough. Mantle and Maris each had a 2-home-run game as New York swept Detroit.
And the ball is going, gone.
Or home for the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. All right, Braves Country. We're going to the top of the sixth inning. Time to quit screwing around. Let's get some runs. Let's wake up here. Austin Riley will lead us off. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch swinging. Fouls it back out of play on the cutter and on the hands. It's 0-1. Riley, Eli, and Michael due up. Riley walked his first time up, struck out his second, the 0-1. Swing, lifts it. High into left center field, going back on the track, off the green monster. Keep rolling, baby. Rolling. Here it comes, and the throw, it comes into the infield. Here comes the throw to the plate. Austin Riley with the lead-off triple. Oh, baby, let's go.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Raffaello was trying to make the play off the wall. It was above his glove. And the left fielder, Duran, I'm not going to say he misplayed it. I don't think he expected Raffaello to do that. He was trying to make a great play in a low-scoring game, and he had to chase the ball towards center field. First pitch to Eli White is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The Red Sox have the infield pulled in and to the left. So a huge hole on the right side, but also just a little dinker gets it over there. The 1-0 swing, hammers it down the third base line. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. pitch on the way. Bender in the dirt. It's 2-1. Stepping out of the box. The 2-1 pitch. Down below the knees, 3-1. On deck is Harris. In the hole is Kim. I need like a groan soundbite when I tell you that Kim's in the hole. The 3-1 swing and a miss. Full count. And I would think I would tend to think that if they get something going here, there's a good chance we're going to get a pinch hit. Eli steps out of the box for a second. The full count. Pitch in the dirt, and it is ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. We got runners on the corners. Nobody out. Michael Harris coming to the plate. That ball didn't even reach the plate. About 2 or 3 feet in front of the plate. Good block back there by Gasper. We've got a right-hander. Looks like it's Greg Weiser warming up in the pen. Michael Harris the second coming to the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Down and away. It's 1-0. So if Harris gets on and they go to the righty for Kim, they could, in theory, pinch hit and then bring Mateo come in to play short. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Chased a bad one. That was a bad pitch to swing at. 1-1. It looked like one of those things where Harris was the hole at bat going, not going to swing, not going to swing. Ah, screw it, I'm swinging. He just flailed his bat out at it. Runners at the corners, no out. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Sinker blew it right by him. Must have been sitting on the soft stuff. And it's a 1-2 count. Got to try to lift that ball somewhere. The infield is more of a halfway, and they're playing close to the bags. Is the 1-2 pitch. Turns and kicks. Swing. Laces it down into right field, right center field. That ball's going to hop over the wall, and it's a grounds rule double here for Money Mike. His third hit of the night, baby. Braves are taking a 3-2 lead.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
Unfortunately, it hopped over that short wall out there. If not, Eli White's going to come home and score. But the Braves lead it 3-2. And that looks like that's going to be it for Ranger Suarez. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. The Braves lead it by 1, top of the 6th. Nobody out, 2 on. Welcome back. Braves lead at 3-2. We've got runners at second and third. Nobody out, and Hassan Kim will stay in the game. I thought they may pinch hit for him. First pitch, right there at the knees. It's 0-1. What they may do is pinch hit Leone, bring in Dominic Smith, and then have Trump finish the game. Infield is in, runners at second and third. The 0-1 swing, chopper to third base. It's a slow chopper, so they'll easily keep Eli right there, and it's a 5-3 put out. One away. I think you got to give Mateo the start tomorrow. I think what you have to do with those two is play the hot hand, maybe do a straight platoon where every other day, the other one's in the lineup until somebody gets hot. And we are going to get a pinch hit. It's the Dominator coming to the plate, Dominic Smith. Runners at second and third and one out. Not somewhere they really want to walk because Acuna is standing on deck. Now the pitching coach, Andrew Bailey, is out there to talk to Weiser. Dominic Smith continues to warm up as they do their little chat. So here comes Smith to the plate. First pitch on the way is a strike at the knees. Look like the sweeper. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Bender down and away. 1-1. Dominic Smith has only seen Weiser once in his career. He's 0 for 1. 1-1. Swing, roller, over to first. They're going to... Oh. Are they saying that's a foul ball or not? Now it looks like that we're going to get credit for an RBI. There's a strange call there. The ball was chopped over to first, and he stepped and... looked like he was coming home. Then Eli White slid across, and so it's going to be an RBI for Dominic Smith. It's going to be a G3 in your scorecard. Kind of a clunky play there, but Harris moves down to third. First pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna Jr. Swung on and fouled away. It's 0-1. Acuna also has just the one plate appearance against Weiser. He's 0 for 1 lifetime. The 0-1. Slider right there at the knees. It's 0-2. Braves 4, Red Sox 2. The way the first baseman stopped his motion, I thought he was calling it a foul ball, but I guess what happened was he realized Eli was never going to get caught, and then he just turned back and tapped the bag. It happened just as the umpire was making his call, and I couldn't see his arms. The 0-2 misses high, ball 1, 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Turns and kicks. Just misses the zone. That'll even up the count 2-2. Braves have scored 2 runs here in the 6th. They also scored 2 in the 5th. Went from trailing 2-0 to leading 4-2. The 2-2. Weiser brings it. Swing. Slices it into the crowd. right field side, and we'll do it one more time. So a 2-2 count. Deuces wild. 2 outs. Braves lead by 2. The pitch to Acuna. Swing! That ball's hammered into left field. That's down for a base hit. And it's a RBI single by Acuna Matata.
Bravo.
5-2 your score. And the Mets are alive again.
Bravo.
That was a tough pitch, too. It was a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, high and in the very top corner of the zone away from Acuna, and he was able to slap it into left. Mauricio Dubon to the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. The lefty's warming up in the pen. Danny Colombe. The 0-1 pitch. Swing. 0-2. That step that he takes away from the plate, it is dumbfounding he ever made it to the major leagues. I mean, you ever see Mauricio Dubon when he swings at a pitch and misses? He looks like a little leaguer. The 0-2. Caught looking strike 3. Looked like a little leaguer there. But the Braves take a 3-run lead. It's 5-2. Good guys. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
People who text without emojis, are y'all okay? No, I mean, really, are you okay? Because you're texting like you have a BlackBerry from 2005. Okay, we use emojis nowadays. I feel like anytime someone don't use an emoji, they're mad at me. So you need to stop. You're making me have to up my Lexapro.
This is the career of King Kelly. It was easy to identify him after a game, considering he often toted his pet monkey on his shoulder. He would do whatever he could to prevent a run. He is the first catcher on record to throw his catcher's mask in the base path in order to trip up the runner who was coming home. One last one for the road. During a tie game, he tracked down a long fly ball, leapt high in the air, and let out a scream before recording the out. In the dugout, one of his teammates asked for the ball, and he responded with the, "How the hell do I know where the ball is? It went a mile over my head." Court is adjourned. King Kelly might be one of the best tricksters in baseball, but he most definitely wasn't the last.
Y'all, I never realized how boring my life is until somebody asked me what I like to do for fun.
So you mean to tell me when a baby crawls across the floor to get a bottle, it's cute? But when I do it, I need a intervention?
Ground ball to the right side, speared by Phillips, flips to Eckersley, yes, and the A's are the world champions.
You have certain people who you go, that's my guy, and he's your guy. When you see him on the TV watching going, he's a champion, you feel like not even knowing him in a city like Oakland, you're like, that's my homeboy.
The first line in this book is, yes, I am a hot dog. So he admits it, and he considers that a compliment.
Playing Little League Baseball in the hood. We were talking he like, way back, hey, batter, swing. And you like, when they miss or something, you talking you just grow up and it's just in you.
Boy, does he hot dog this. He knows this is gone. Watch this turn. He almost goes into the Yankee dugout.
Join the Country Club today to display your Braves pride throughout the ball game. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. Welcome back. 5-2 your score. Is Coco in here? Where the hell is he? Tell his Guardians to get it together. They're trailing Washington 4-1 in the 8th. Reds. Miss Carey's doing fine tonight. Her Reds are up 5-0 on the Mets in the 5th. Spencer Strider goes back to work for a 6th inning. The first pitch is outside wide, 1-0. Abreu, the number 3 hitter, Contreras and Yoshida due up. The heart of the order for the Red Sox, the 1-0. Hits him with the 4-seamer up top, 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, down and in, 2-1. Strider has walked 2, struck out 5, given up 3 hits, 2 of them solo shots. Braves lead at 5-2 with 5 runs, 7 hits and an error. The 2-1. Outside wide, ball 3, 3-1. 3-1 count. Last thing you can start doing is start walking guys here. Wonder how short of a leash he'll have. The 3-1 pitch. Misses the zone completely. Ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Chadwick Tromp is in the game like we had talked about, as Leone was pinch hit for by Dominic Smith. And Contreras coming to the plate. Red Sox trailing by only 3. The tying run has moved on to the on-deck circle. And here comes Weiss. He's seen enough. I don't blame him. Get Strider out of the game. That was his 87th pitch. And we'll get a pitching change when we return. I think that's Diddy. Couldn't make it out. We'll be back in a flash. Welcome back. Welcome to the Country Club, all 5 of y'all. Time is called by Contreras, as it is Diddy Fuentes. We put the Diddy party emoji in the chat. You might have to reset your screen, but it is in there now. So 1 on, nobody out, righty-righty matchup. First pitch, peppers it foul. It's 0-1. This is the biggest difference that I see between Walt Weiss and the previous administration. Yep, there it is. Is it Walt Weiss, when he has an opportunity to go for it, he goes for it for a win. And he knows this team needs a win, especially after dropping the last 2, not scoring any runs. They finally get some run support. He wants to get the win for Strider, but he wants to get the win for his team. As the pitch on the way, swing, bangs it down the line. It's 0-2. Not saying it's foolproof and it's going to work every time. But you love the idea that he's not sitting on his hands and trying to squeeze every last pitch out of his starting pitcher. The other thing you have to realize, too, so Spencer Strider's going on regular rest. Bryce Elder will be going on regular rest. Chris Sale is going to be going on a week's rest. As the 0-2 swing. That got a piece of Tromp fouled off. We'll do it again, 0-2. Which means if he's pitching well, you can have Chris Sale pitch deep into the game on Thursday. But maybe he didn't want to press Strider, considering he's on normal rest, and didn't want him to start hanging the ball. And a pretty decent outing. Nothing incredible. He got 5 strikeouts, walked 3, and has given up 2 earned. He is responsible for the man on. But it's a solid start, and he may be in line to get that win. And he continues to help his psyche coming off that rough 2025 where he was coming off of the Tommy John. The 1-2 from Diddy. Swing, fouls it straight back. Came with the four-seam fastball. That one was 99 miles an hour. Diddy bringing it. But we watched too many times over the last few years where the Braves would just leave some guy out there hoping to get through an extra inning and it wouldn't pay off. It's just different styles. The 1-2, swing, slaps it to the right side of the hole. A dribbler that will get through the infield, and the Red Sox will have runners at first and second, and nobody out. So the tying run will come to the plate in Yoshida. He was behind on that pitch a little bit, but because the Braves defense playing him to pull, that's a strange one to me, is playing the defense that far to pull when the guy on the mound is throwing 99 miles an hour. Just seems like that you would play. I'm not saying you got to go straight up, but that was a pretty heavy shift that they had on for a guy that was never going to get around on one of his fastballs. Righty-lefty matchup, Yoshida. First pitch misses way outside the zone. It's 1-0. Gasper on deck. Sogard and then Meyer. Bottom half of the lineup due up after Yoshida. The number 5 hitter, the 1-0. Nowhere near the zone, 2-0. Four-seam fastball. That one thing was sailing on him. So 2-0 count. Got to settle down here and just find the zone. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball right there on the outer edge. It's 2-1. The 2-1. Way outside wide. That slider's not hitting. 3-1. So 3-1 count. Brings it. Fastball right there on the outer edge, and that'll make it a full count. Yoshida definitely making him pitch here. He's not offering at these pitches. He's threatening to load the bases. The payoff pitch. Down and in, ball 4. And Fuentes has done just that. He's loaded the bases. Still nobody out. Big spot here in the game. Hefner's going to go out there and talk to him. Dylan Lee is warming up in the pen. So in theory, he could bring Lee in on the next batter. That Braves bullpen is well rested. Coming off the off day. Trying to cling to this 3-run lead. Gasper, who's 0 for 1 with the walk. He's batting .316 on the year. Base is juiced. Nobody out. First pitch on the way. Down and away. Just missed the zone. It's 1-0. He continued to nibble. He's just not getting his spot. The 1-0. Trump on the outer edge again. Nowhere near the zone. Four-seamer, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Braves are willing to give up a run. They're in double play depth. 4 and out, or maybe 2, the 2-0. Upstairs. And I guess he called that a ball. He's going to win that one. So ABS challenge. The entire ball is in the strike zone. Bad call by home plate umpire Alex Tossi. So a 2-1 count now. And time is called. Pitch on the way, swing, that ball smoked up the middle. Kim's got it, fires a perfect shot over to Olsen, and it's a quick double play. Gasper was busting it down the line, made it a lot closer than you thought it would be. It's 5-3, so the Red Sox do score, but now there's 2 outs and a runner at third. Good play by Kim as that ball skipped and hit the mound. Kind of took a funny hop, but he hung with it well. Threw it to Olsen, and Olsen, good backhand grab off the dirt. A huge double play. And that's going to be it for Diddy. Dylan Lee's going to come in and try to keep them where they're at. The bullpen doors are opening. We'll be back in a flash. Dylan Lee coming on. Welcome back. Dylan Lee is on the bump for the Braves. There's a runner at third, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. He's set to face Sogard. Meyer on deck, IKF in the hole. Lee, I think he's having a problem with his PitchCom device. Chadwick goes out there to talk to Dylan. One of them's not working. This kid running out for the Braves, man. Looks like mini-me. Yeah, this is Bat Boy. I guess he's younger, but he looks older, maybe because of all the hair sticking out of his helmet. But he looked like a little feller out there running around. He's had to run out there twice now. I thought it had something to do with my feet at first, but same exact kid out there's running out there twice. Are they not getting any pitch contact? I mean, my first question is, where's the one that Diddy had? Just give him his. Runner at third and 2 outs. Now Weiss is out there talking to home plate umpire Alex Tossi. I'm assuming it's about the pitch comm device. Not really 100% sure what in the world's going on here. Sogard from the right side of the plate, batting .280 this season. He has struck out and flown out. First pitch is upstairs. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup. Runner at third. The 1-0. Right there. P at the knees. 1-1. Good pitch by Dillon. 1-1 count. Lee trying to keep the Braves with a 2-run lead. We're in the bottom of the sixth. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, chopper, over to short. Kim's got it. Man, that took a funny hop. He stayed with it. Good play by Hassan Kim, and that'll end the inning. Braves lead at 5-3. The Red Sox get one on the board. We go to the seventh here in Braves country, leading by 2.
Without telling me your age, tell me something that someone a lot younger than you just wouldn't understand.
In elementary school, we used to play a word game right there on the chalkboard. If we couldn't guess the word right, they hung a man.
5 things couples over 40 do. They hit skip recap on a show and then pause it 36 times throughout that show to catch each other up because they forgot things. When one of them gets up to walk out of the room, the other one has to ask, "Where are you going?" Bonus points if you can remember why you got up and where you are going. Marriage is a never-ending competition. And if you don't agree, then you've never driven, cooked, or played a board game with another human being. They take more time asking each other what they want for dinner than actually eating dinner. I call it dinner chicken, when they go back and forth suggesting things until one of them eventually caves and says, "Screw it, let's just get takeout." And the last one, they talk passive-aggressive through their pets. I'll give you an example. When is mommy starting dinner? Daddy is really hungry. Or, I guess Daddy doesn't smell that garbage that Mommy's asked him 5 times already to take out.
The pennant race was over, but the battle between Ruth, Maris, and Mantle was in full swing.
The big Yankee news is Maris 56, Mantle 53.
And then, suddenly in late September, Mantle pulled out of the race. An infection in his hip had made it impossible for him to play. Yet another injury had prevented Mickey from reaching what had seemed to many to be his destiny.
As a result of Mickey having to drop out of that home run race, Roger was on his own. Roger was all by himself.
If Ruth was going to be dethroned, it was not going to be by the fair-haired prince and lifelong Yankee. Instead, it would be the other guy.
Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. Welcome back. 5-3 your score here in Braves country. Big Matt Olson will be leading us off. Lefty-lefty matchup as Danny Colombe is on. First pitch is a sweeper. Looked like it touched the zone, but didn't get the call. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Curveball down below the knees. Ball 2-0. I'd like to extend our deepest sympathy to the Bob Horner family. Bob Horner passed away today. And if you grew up in Braves country like I did in the 1980s, he was an icon to all of us growing up. The 2-0. Swing, pops it up. Over there by the third base side, foul territory, making the catch over there. IKF went away. Not a ton of foul territory here in Fenway, but there are pockets, and that was one of them that kind of jets in. Just gave him enough room. I think the biggest thing I'll remember from Bob Horner as a kid growing up, knowing that he was the Rookie of the Year and was an all-star, and then he hit those 4 home runs on July 6, 1986. As the first pitch is up and in. For a ball, it's 1-0. The 4 home run game, like that solidified him in my mind. Heck, you'd asked me then as a kid, I thought he was going to the Hall of Fame, no question asked. The 1-0 misses high, 2-0. So 2-0 to Ozzie. Ozzie. Swing. That's going to be a line drive, an atom ball. Hard hit ball, but right at the shortstop, L6. And there's 2 down. Ozzie in his last 15 games coming into today, and he's 0 for 3 today, so do the math there. He is batting 145 with an OPS just under 400. Ouch. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch right there to Austin Riley with 2 outs. It's 0-1. Riley is batting .264 in his last 15, .304 in his last 7. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go around? Looked like he did. He did. It's 0-2. .0-2 count. Standing on deck is Eli. Braves lead it 5-3. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The stretch is next. The 0-2 swing hammers it down the third base line, but foul. The 0-2 pitch. Colombe kicks and fires. Down below the knees, 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Filthy pitch down around his ankles, diving in, and that'll end the inning. Braves lead it 5-3. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch, Braves country, here in Boston. Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Dylan Lee to Monasterio. Lefty-righty matchup is down and in for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 inside. Woo, that almost got him in the armpit area. 1-1. 1-1 count. Lee set to face Monasterio, who's pinch hitting. As the 1-1 pops it up high in the sky. Underneath it is Michael Harris the second. One away. IKF is due up next, and then Jaron Duran. I'd say the big thing they're leaving him in for is to face Duran. We're in the seventh. If he could have a clean inning, then it lines up for Suarez and Iglesias in the 8th and 9th. Juan Soto has just hit a 2-run home run for the Mets. They trail 6-2 against the Reds in the 6th. First pitch down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, fouls it back, 1-1. What's funny, JC, is it really wasn't a good team. Man, that was my team. I was convinced no one was better than the mid-'80s Braves, but we rarely won. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, hammered. High and deep, and I don't think that's going to hold. Goes over the Green Monster, and it's a 1-run game. Here in the bottom of the 7th. 5-4, Atlanta leads it. His first home run of the year. That slider was just hanging over the plate. You couldn't have put it on a better tee. Oh, yeah, their pitching was awful. Although, little known fact, I actually keep a Pascual Perez baseball card next to me as I broadcast because it's one of my favorite players going on. But yeah, all in all, that pitching stuff was terrible. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch down and in. It's 1-0. 1-run game, 1 out. Duran, and then Rafaela. After that, it would be Abreu. So it'd be interesting to see if he can get Duran. Do they leave him in to face Rafaela, or do they go get someone? The 1-0 right there for a strike, 1-1. Lee is... He's only at 11 pitches, but he does have the 1-up down. So you have to factor that in on a short reliever. The 1-1, down and in, 2-1. Two 2-1 count. Swing, hammers it down the first base line, but foul. 2-2. What was that nickname that they had Perez because of him getting lost at the ballpark going around the I-20, I-285? I can't remember it. The 2-2, outside wide, 3-2. So a full count. Dangerous batter Jaron Duran has already got 1 home run on the night. Braves lead by 1, 5-4. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball's hammered into right field. Going back on the track, making the catch at the warning track for a loud out number 2 is Ronald Acuna Jr. He just put the thumbs down to all the Boston fans out there. I don't know what they were saying to him, but he gave that sucker a ride. So that'll bring Rafaela to the plate, and Abreu is on deck. He is a left-handed power bat. You got to get past Rafaela here as the first pitch is right there at the knees. It's 0-1. If he gets out of this inning right here, it would still line up for Suarez to come in the 8th. Looks like Slate and Guerrero warming up for the Red Sox is the 0-1. Right there at the knees. 0-2. I believe this is a challenge from Boston. And it is a strike. That was a strange challenge there.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 0-2 pitch, swing. Bounces the slider down the third base side. We'll do it one more time. The 0-2 pitch, swing, fouls it back. Yeah, I'd never heard perimeter Perez. They always had the I-25 or I-285 in the name. Is the 0-2 in the dirt? 1 and 2. But I'm sure it's just... I'm talking about the one that they always referenced on TBS. They might have just called him 285 Perez. I thought it was more clever than that, though. But the 1-2 pitch, swing, slaps it foul. Right field side, and we'll do it again. Braves 5, Red Sox 4. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and we get out of that inning. Barely. Leading by 1. We go to the 8th. Let's get some insurance, Braves country.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer.
Salad. They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
This is total BS!
Yeah. I mean the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission of God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you'll probably see the double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Tyron Guerrero, who's only thrown an inning and 2/3 so far this year, is coming on to face Mike Yastrzemski. Pinch hitting for Eli White. First pitch on the way. It's a fastball, man. That thing was moving 100 miles an hour. Yowza. It's 1-0. It looked faster than that. That thing just flies out of his hand. The 1-0. Way outside the zone, 99. Must have been the changeup. It's 2-0. (2-0) count. Let's see what he's coming in at. He looks like a long The 2-0 swing and a miss, 2-1. I don't see a nickname, but man, he'd be Daddy Longlegs if he was on our team. 6'8", 225-pounder. Out of Columbia, he's 35 years old. The 2-1, outside, misses, 3-1. Played with the Padres in 2016. The Marlins in 18 and 19, and then he has not been in the major leagues until this year, since 2019. The 3-1 swing, fouls that away, full count. If you're Yaz there, you got to take that pitch. I don't know what's he doing swinging that junk at 3-1. He probably would have worked his way aboard. Three-two count. Turns and kicks. Lifts the long leg and brings it. Swing. Slaps it into left field. That's down for a base hit.
That's it. Yes. Put everything on it. Don't hold back anything. Yabba, dabba, go. Yahoo!
Runner at first. Nobody out. Well behind on that pitch coming at you at 100 miles an hour, but all he had to do is poke it over the infield. And that'll bring Michael Harris to the plate. Man, if he gets a hold of one, duck. It could be coming through your backyard. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch on the way, right there on the inner cut, 101 miles an hour. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. The 0-1 to Michael, brings it outside wide, 100 miles an hour. 1-1. On deck is Kim. Oh, this is going to be a fun matchup. Kim versus this guy. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chased a bad one off the plate. 1-2. Then you'll have Chadwick Tromp. Come on, Michael. We're counting on you, buddy. The 1-2 pitch. Swing. That ball's lifted high and deep into center field. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam. It's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong. A 2-run shot. Number 12 on the year. And your Atlanta Braves have taken a 7-4 lead.
It's all right. My name is Money Mike. All right, then. Use your eyes. This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun. Might want to shave. Might want to shave somebody else. Never know.
Wow. 423 happy feet later, sitting dead red, baby. And your Braves have broken it up to a 3-run lead here in the 8th. Righty-righty matchup. Ha-Sung Kim takes the first pitch right down Main Street. It's 0-1. Still nobody out. The 0-1. High and inside. 1-1. Kim has struck out, grounded out. On deck is Tromp, and in the hole is Acuna. With nobody out, we will see Acuna in this inning. The 1-1, swing, chopper down the line. 91-mile-an-hour slider. That's this guy's version of an Ephus pitch. 1-2 count. Brings it. Swing. Chopper. Do it again. It's a final in Baltimore, Maryland. Orioles over the Rays 6-1. The Nationals have beaten the Guardians 6-3. And listen to this. We all know the Cubs have been going through it. They are down 12-1 to the Pirates tonight. Pitch on the way in the dirt. Good take by Kim. It's 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss and a terrible pitch in the dirt, strike 3. 1 away. I no longer can listen to, well, they've invested the money in him, he's got to start. There comes a time where Jorge Mateo has earned a start over him. At worst, Jorge Mateo should be platooned at short. Chadwick Tromp, the batter. First pitch, right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Kim is 0 for 4 on the night. He's batting 105. If Jorge Mateo's not starting at short tomorrow, there's something wrong. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, bangs it down the foul line, third base side. It's 0-2. On deck, Ronald Acuna Jr. Dubon in the hole. The 0-2. Trump's first at bat of the night. Caught, looking, strike 3. Good Lord. 102 miles an hour. Got whiplash standing up there. 2 away. That'll bring Acuna to the plate. Man, if Acuna can get a hold of 102. That Sitgo sign might be in trouble out there behind the stadium. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. It's 0-1. Guerrero, this will be his 21st pitch of the inning. Brewers lead the Cardinals 6-0. They're heading to the 6th in Milwaukee. Twins 2-0 over the White Sox in the 7th. The 0-1 swing. Chopper back to the mound. Guerrero's got it. Underhands it. And that'll be it. But not for your Atlanta Braves. And Money Mike put 2 on the board. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Good guys on top, 7-4.
What is something that's completely legal that should be illegal?
Using your speakerphone in public. I barely want to listen to my own phone conversations, let alone yours in a Walmart.
Take your seats, because class is in session. Your teacher today is Professor Greg Maddox. He's the only pitcher in history to record more than 300 wins, more than 3,000 strikeouts, and fewer than 1,000 walks. A streak of 17 straight seasons in which he recorded 15 or more wins, the longest in MLB history. He started 25 games in 1994. 24 of those were quality starts. Also that season, he only allowed 4 home runs in 202 innings pitched. And if you think he pitched to round hitters, you're wrong. That season, he only walked 31 batters. One last 1994 stat for the road. His batting average that season, .222, was higher than his ERA, 1.56. In June and July of 1995, he threw 51 consecutive innings without issuing a walk. He once threw a complete game with 78 pitches. He won 18 Gold Gloves, which is the record for any position. And I saved the best for last. In 1995 to 2003, he faced 8,026 batters and only had 8,006 pitches called a ball.
Will really be mad that you don't hate yourself. Sorry, Pookie, that is your sport.
Hey, I'm sorry to say this, y'all, but as soon as the lips don't match the words on a Netflix show, I'm turning it off.
He's not supposed to be the one to do this. Nobody should really do this. Oh, please don't do it. Or couldn't it be somebody else? Or basically, couldn't we just let Babe Ruth have that record?
There's a drive to deep right, and there's number 57, Roger Maris.
It amazed me that there was so many people around the country that didn't want to see Roger break that record.
Imagine Yankee fans going to Yankee Stadium and booing Roger Maris, who had 55 home runs.
People are booing you and screaming at you, and that makes it pretty tough on a man.
Robert Suarez is indeed on, and we're having a pitch comm situation again. Just give him the one that Dylan had. What kind of clownery is going on here? And here comes that little feller again. He's as tall as probably a 12-year-old, but he's got the face of a 70-year-old. It's freaking me out, man. 7-4 your score. They have an extended 8th inning in Boston because of the Sweet Caroline that they sing. So that's why it was a little late coming back. I don't think the Braves vision understood that, whoever's running the controls. So they came back on theirs pretty early. They're kind of sitting around. First pitch on the way is upstairs, misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Suarez on to face Abreu, the heart of the order, the 1-0. Wilyer Abreu, bang, right there for a strike. It's 1-1. It's a 1-1 count. Notice Nixon. No, not that kind of. I don't know how to explain it, man. The kid just looks older than what he should be. The 1-1, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Kind of has one of those heads of the. I'm trying to think of the name of those little figurine type things where they're. It's almost like a bobblehead is the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase one off the plate, and there's one away. I forget what they're called. They have their own name, but they're basically bobbleheads where they're almost all head and just a little bit of body. And that's what this kid looks like when he runs out there because he's got the helmet on. His head looks enormous. He's got this little skinny body running out there. And they've shown him running back and forth because he's the pitch comm guy. Righty-righty matchup right there at the P at the knees. It's 0-1. Contreras tried to challenge it, and home plate umpire Alex Tossi informed him, you're out of challenges. The 0-1. Down below the knees, 1-1. I would have loved to have seen what Contreras' reaction was. They're like, are you serious? We've already burned him? 1-1 count, infield back into the left. Swing, pops it up. Fading into right field, over the shoulder, boulder holder catch there by Ozzie Albies. Good play, Ozzie Albies. 2 down. He's pretty good at that play. They don't give him enough respect for his glove.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Chop Shop, is there any hockey on tonight, or is this a off night? Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Yoshida's off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Did y'all see Jason Williams, the guy that used to call White Chocolate, playing the NBA? You see that he said he'll never go back to the University of Florida again because of the way his daughter was treated. The 1-0. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky, F8 in your scorecard. Michael Harris will finally catch it at the 379 mark. 75% of this world is covered by water. The rest by Michael the Hawk Harris. We go to the 9th.
I'm so tired of logging into things. I'm so tired of it. I can't believe I'm going to have to log into things for the rest of my life. Just let me see my things. My things are right there. Just be logged in. Could we just be logged in?
Tell me you love America without telling me you love America. I was supposed to fly back to the UK yesterday. I said, no thank you, mate. So I took my suitcase and I've just landed in South Carolina. I don't want to go home. I'll miss the food too much. I'll miss the culture too much. I'll miss the country too much. So I said, absolutely not, mate. Financially, probably not the best idea. Let's go!
They had reporters coming from Japan and Europe and Australia, hundreds and hundreds of reporters asking the same question to him, which was, are you going to break Babe Ruth's record?
All your time before the ball game is spent with the photographers, and after the ball game it's the writers, and before the game it's the writers.
Some days I was there 3-4 hours after a ball game, just sitting there with interviews.
I don't think there's ever been a player in the history of sports who's had as much pressure over the length of time that Roger did.
He's getting hate messages, people calling his hotel room. He's losing his hair.
On September 20th, the Yankees played the Orioles in their 154th game. Maris had 58 homers, needing to hit 2 that night to tie the Babe and do it in the length of the season that Ruth had played.
On the 154th ball game, he and I went to the ballpark together, and he was a nervous wreck.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark.
Welcome back. Atlanta Braves lead this one 7-4. We go to the top of the ninth looking for some insurance. You know, it's funny when I see old highlights of Jason Williams. He's one of those guys that I remember, oh, yeah, that's why I used to love the NBA, because it used to be something to watch. Now it's just chucking threes. Righty-righty matchup. Mauricio Dubon, the batter. First pitch, out and away from Guerrero, who's back out there throwing triple digits. It's 1-0. They're probably just letting him take one here. They'll probably end up DFAing him. This is the 1-0 swing, fouls it away. It's 1-1. One of those things where you're like, why chase it when you're trailing by 3? And they know they got to face Russell Iglesias. The 1-1 count. Down and away, 2-1. The 2-1. Just grabs the outer edge, 2-2. Two count. Nobody on. Nobody out. On deck is Olsen. In the hole, Ozzie. The 2-2 to Dubon. Swing. Rips it back up the middle. A comebacker. And Guerrero will underhand it. One away. Yeah, the NBA is just it's kind of a weird thing because if you win a championship now, it's got the same feeling that is the first pitch to Olsen's down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. It's got the same feeling as the post-BCS era in college football. Like, yeah, technically it's a championship, but it doesn't mean as much because it's not the same kind of championship. The 1-0 swing drags it foul, 1-1. They're talking about now going to 24-team playoff? If that happens. I mean, why not just let them all in? I hope Major League Baseball never gets to the point where the regular season is meaningless. The 1-1 to Olsen, who hit a home run earlier tonight, his 15th of the year. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Well, it's just also the fact that, you know, before the BCS era ended, you felt like you had to win every game. Now it's just like, meh, get hot in December, it'll be fine. It's turned into college basketball is where it's going, where the regular season is going to mean less and less. The 1-2. Caught looking, strike 3, punched him out 102 miles an hour. 2 down. Yeah, I for one hope they never expand, but I bet they're going to when they add the 2 teams. An expansion. I bet they add at least 1 team to your playoff. This is the first pitch is inside to Ozzie Albies. It's 1-0. And the problem is, once you get those teams in the playoffs in any sport, doesn't matter the sport, baseball, what have you, they don't put the toothpaste back in the tube because they're not going to get the same money out of the television rights, so they have to continue to stay where they're at or to continue to grow. 1-0. Misses high, ball 2-0. I liked it better when we just had the one wild card in the 3 divisions. But I understood why they expanded the 2-0 pitch to Ozzie. Right there, upstairs, 100 miles an hour, 2-1. The 2-1 count. This is the longest at bat Ozzie's had in like 3 weeks. It's probably because he can't see the ball. It's coming by him so fast. The 2-1 pitch. Right there. Change up, 2-2. Braves lead at 7-4. 7 runs. 9 hits, 1 error for Atlanta. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Boston. The 2-2. Swing. Punches it foul. We'll do it again. The 2-2 count. Inside. Caught looking, strike 3. 102 miles an hour. Ozzie might be challenging this. No, I don't. Well, yes, he did challenge it. No, he did not win it. So we'll be back in a flash. The Braves lead by 3, bottom of the 9th, and eyeglasses coming out of the pen.
You want a girl with boobs? I got you. You want a girl with ass? I also got you. You want a girl with a flat stomach? You want a girl with boobs?
You're a bad-mannered, bad-tempered, outrageous female, but I have discovered I cannot live without you. It's a shameful confession for a sane man to make.
2 outs with men at first and second. Chipper Jones is due to hit. Sort of busy in the Dodger bullpen as Bobby Cox watches his club trying to pull this one out in the bottom of the 9th. The game is tied 1-1.
Dave Wallace, the pitching coach, is coming out.
And the Dodger right-hander will inherit a 2-0 count. And a high drive hit deep to right. Mondesi all the way back, and this game is over. Chipper Jones on the first pitch from CNA's hits it out. A 3-run home run, and the Braves beat the Dodgers 4-1.
He came to me and told me, he said he just couldn't play tonight.
Houck eventually convinced Maris to play, and he drew closer to Ruth in the 3rd inning.
There's one. It is going. It is going. It is gone. Number 59.
In the 7th inning, he hit a towering drive into the Baltimore night, but the ball and Maris would fall short. He hadn't beaten Ruth's pace, but he still could have the record as well as the asterisk that came with it.
There are still 8 Yankee games to be played in the expanded schedule, but the baseball commissioner says Ruth's record must be broken during a schedule that matches the one in the year he made his mark.
On September 26th, Maris hit his 60th home run.
And it is number 60. How about that?
He was now 1 home run away from baseball immortality.
We are heading to the bottom of the 9th inning, and Eyeglasses is on the mound. Braves lead at 7-4, need 3 outs to get off the schneid here. Got the eyeglass emoji in there for everybody. Raisel Iglesias coming in. The shiny 0.00 ERA. 3 walks versus 19 strikeouts. First pitch on the way. Right there, P at the knees. Sinker. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Down and in. 1-1. The only people talking about the SEC leaving the NCAA are SEC fans. No one of real importance has actually said it. And it just, financially, it just can't happen. That's the short of it. The 1-1 count. Swing, rips it down the line, foul. 1-2. Because if you go inside your own little bubble like that, eventually the eyes go off of you if everybody else is playing in a championship elsewhere. 1-2 count. Swing, lifts it into center field. It's down for a base hit, and the Red Sox have a leadoff runner on here to start the top of the ninth, or bottom of the ninth inning, excuse me. But the 24-team playoff, it seems more likely than the 16. They're sitting at 12 right now for folks who don't follow college sports. But the first thing that's going to happen is the pitch on the way to Sogard is right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Sogard 0 for 3 on the day. Monasterio on deck. IKF in the hole. The bottom of the order here for the Red Sox. The 0-1 swing. Chopper down the first base line. It's 0-2. First thing they'll do is get rid of the SEC championship, Big 10, Big 12 championship, all the ACC, all those championship games will go by the wayside. I've been saying for years what they need to do since they expanded is the 0-2 swing, slaps it. That ball's in the left field, and we got trouble here. The ball goes up against the corner. Poorly played by Dubon. Not that it realistically matters. I think they would have been sitting at second and third with nobody out regardless. But the Red Sox have runners at second and third, nobody out. Iglesias got to tighten up here. He was behind the pitch, which actually helped him out because they were playing him to pull. Slapped it down the third base line, his second double of the year, Sogard. But I've been saying for years that they needed to get rid of the championship game and just make it, as the first pitch on the way is a P at the knees, it's 0-1. So, like, for instance, if they decided to expand and, let's say, 5 SEC teams, 5 Big 10 teams get into the playoffs, have the 5 and 6 teams play as the 0-1 swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Have them play for the right to win the to go to the playoffs. Because the conference championships, I mean, they're meaningless titles anymore. They meant something in the 80s and 90s, but those are days gone by. The 0-2. Inside misses, 1-2. So 1-2 count. On deck would be IKF. Now they could pinch hit. The Red Sox, on their bench, they have Chad Durbin, Narvaez, and Wong. The 1-2 just misses. Man, oh man alive. That pitch looked like it hit the zone. Can't believe he didn't get the call. Weiss is wincing from the dugout as well. The 2-2. Caught looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. Punched him out on the outer track, and there's one away. It doesn't matter the team, James, right? It just, I mean, I'm just talking about the scenarios. If you have the 5th and 6th, if you know X amount of teams are going to the playoffs from your conference, don't play for a championship, play for the right for that final bid, and then you'll get people actually watching the game. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is a chopper through the hole, and that's going to make this a 1-run game. RBI. Did they hold him? No. He came home to score. It's 7-6. Braves lead Boston. 2 runs on the play, on the base hit. It was a chopper that got in between Ozzie and Kim. So it went over the mound. He actually chopped it behind the plate, but it rolled forward and went over the mound. A high chopper. Kim couldn't get there. Ozzie was playing well off it. And the Red Sox are trailing by just 1. First pitch to Jarren Duran has already hit a home run. Takes the pitch off the edge. It's 1-0. First runs of the year by Iglesias allowed. The 1-0. Right there for a strike. 1-1. Iglesias now has an ERA of 1.13. Braves cling into this 1-run lead. Double play can get him out of the jam. The 1-1 inside. Missing his spot. 2-1. On deck is Rafaela. In the hole is Abreu. 7-6 your score. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. That ball's hammered into right field, down for a base hit. Cunha grabs it, cuts it off, fires it back in the infield, and IKF will slam on the brakes, but now the tying run is in scoring position. And Hefner's going out there to talk to Raziel Iglesias. Ball was smoked out there. Acuna had no chance. Good play by Acuna to get the ball back quickly into the infield. If not, the tying run would be 90 feet away. So first and second, one out. And Rafaela coming to the plate. Righty-righty matchup. He's going to be hard to double up. Very good speed on the base pass. First pitch on the way. Changeup at the knees. It's 0-1. Good speed at first with Duran. Solid speed with IKF. He's not a burner, but he's got decent speed. Rafaela can fly the 0-1. Sinker misses. 1-1. Infield, back into the left. Huge hole on the right side. They're not holding the runner at first. So Duran has a huge lead if one gets down in the gap. The 1-1. Upstairs misses. Ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 count. 7-6 your score. Swing. Hit on the ground over to short. And Kim's going to throw it over to third. And it's going to be a 4-5 put out. You don't see those many. And there's 2 down. And the reason why he did it, he knew they were not going to be able to turn 2. So why not keep the runner off of third base? Good play by Kim. Good job by Riley getting over the bag in time. And Wilyer Abreu, the batter. Contreras stands on deck. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch, changeup, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Red Sox down to their last out. The infield is back into the right. Huge hole on the left side. Kim is almost directly behind second base, just off to the left. The 0-1. Inside misses. 1-1. Riley essentially playing in between between third and shortstop position. The 1-1. Swing, fouls it back. It's 1-2. So the Red Sox are down to their last out. Braves 7. Red Sox 6. The 1-2 pitch from Iglesias. Swing, comebacker, off the glove of Iglesias. He's got it, fumbles it, flips it to Olsen, and Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. 7-6 winners. 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Atlanta. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Boston Red Sox.
Do you see what you get, loser? Loser! 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 Do you see what you get when you mess with the Warrior?
7-6 winners. Player of the game, it's got to be my man, Money Mike. Michael Harris II. See what he did In tonight's game, he goes 4 for 4. 2 singles, a grounds rule double, a 423-foot home run, 3 RBIs, 2 runs, and he gets the Braves off the schneid. The 2-game losing streak is bye-bye, and we're back to our winning ways. We'll improve to 37-18 on the year. The Red Sox will drop to 22-31. And we will see you tomorrow. We got a doubleheader tomorrow. 1:40 first pitch. 1:15 will come on the air for Cardinals versus Brewers Wednesday doubleheader, as we try to bring you those when the Braves aren't on the West Coast. And that's game 1 of a double dip, where the Braves will take on the Red Sox once again. 6:45 first pitch. We've got another doubleheader on Friday. Braves and Reds, followed by Phillies at the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's a late one on Friday night. We'll see you next time, Braves Country. Y'all have a great one. Money Mike with the game ball, and the Braves win it 7-6.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
Some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me through. Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.